What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Warski Live, the Kraut and T situation part 2 with 75% less crying. Isn't that right, JF?
Yeah,
Yo, that Friday stream, that was a crazy shit show with so much things happening. And then I was actually having my anniversary yesterday, last night, and the shit show on Twitter. Like, I have to obviously focus on my girlfriend, but I'm like, but babe, hang on, shit's going down on Twitter. Oh no, everyone's writing Jim in the chat. Fuck. Yeah, okay, Jim's watching. He's not gonna come on. So here we go. So let's just do a quick, brief summary of what happened. Basically, on Friday, I was talking about Kraut and T's a video, his new video, and then at a certain point, someone DM'd me a picture of him talking about flagging a bunch of people's videos. So I was like, oh, all right, that's stupid, that's wrong, blah blah blah. Then Aiden jumped in and then talked about that server. And my God, the shit show ensued from there. JF actually, oh, there he is. JF was there as well. Unfortunately, he was not around good internet and didn't have his microphone, so it was hard for him to speak. Plus, we had like 9 other people in there, and it was just a lot of screaming and crying and fighting. So basically, that's where we are right now with the whole situation. And then things unfolded yesterday where essentially, he was talking about how he didn't know about the doxings. And then he made an apology video this morning. I was researching from 7:30 in the morning until I think 4 p.m. trying to beat Mr. Medicare first before he posted his video. But then all this new information came out, and fucking like it threw a wrench in everything I was trying to plan. But then more information came out while I was driving home. Again, sorry to be late because it was snowing and I was driving. So JF, you had just revealed something on Twitter, no?
yeah. So I mean, going back to what caused this whole thing. It's a war that Kraut has been starting against the alt-right months ago, and in that war, he started a Discord server. And it was clear even before we knew that the Discord server existed, that the people around Kraut were starting to smear any personality that was closely associated to the alt-right, including me. And this included laughing about our past love histories, laughing about the fact that I've been just falling in love, for example, with a woman who was suffering from mental retardation, and really smearing my name. And you've seen it happen right here on the Warski live show, right? You've seen Zeph claim that I was a pedophile in a situation where I didn't even have a good microphone to defend myself. So it was clear that there was a kind of nuclei of people on the internet who were involved in some form of coordination to smear people. Now, the leaks that you're talking about, Andy, is a set of leaks that have started emerging about 4 days ago. I actually triggered the leaks to come out earlier than most people expected, because I had my hand on the information first, and the people were telling me, don't release it, we don't want to blow our cover. I've decided to publish my video, which was flagged for hate speech. I mean, surprisingly hate speech, because I was simply reporting on the hate speech that Kraut was found to have used in private in his conversations. But still, the video is still mirrored, and so it's accessible to anyone who wants to. You just type mirror JF, or you go on BitChute and you can have it. And then this triggered the release, the kind of sooner than expected release of a dump of information about this server, which was a server on which very ideological YouTubers were coordinating to smear and dox and intimidate people. As far as the information a few hours ago was going, it seemed that this did not directly involve Kraut. And so Kraut was just published an apology video a few hours ago on his channel,
Mhm.
where he apologizes, but he apologizes in a way that many in the community found to be incomplete, because he's essentially saying, I apologize for starting the Discord server, but this was all done by other people. And in fact, he puts Zeph under the bus, Zeph being one of the people he came with right here on the Warski show last time, and who seemed to be some sort of a right arm for him.
Mhm.
Since that moment, there was a lot of people on the internet who said, you're lying, Kraut. Personally, I believe the Kraut apologies as far as my case go, because my case was that I received threats from Zeph with my personal information in it, in which he was trying to intimidate me. So I was the victim of extortion, of blackmail by Zeph. And it seems that Aiden may have been too. Uh, Now, since the apology of Kraut, which is for many people on the internet not a full apology, we discover new evidence that indicates that Kraut, when he says that he was not aware that the server was being used for the purpose of doxing, is lying. We have private emails, private Discord messages between him and Zeph, showing that he knew Coach Red Pill's real name and that he was ordering a part of his server, which he calls Jim's Friends, to continue the doxing campaign on Coach Red Pill.
Here, I'll do a quick screen share here for everyone to see. And so he just writes, that's on 11/03/2017. I have Coach Red Pill's real name, million exclamation marks, and he blurs it. Zeph wrote, whoa, how did you get it? And then he puts a little link there. And here's the thing too, is while I was doing research this morning, a lot of people were DMing me information or wanting their side of the story. So I was Skyping with a few people, and one guy in particular was Habib. He was the one who ended up flagging a bunch of videos or something, or one particular video, which I called him out for on the Skype. But what he told me was that Kraut had found Coach Red Pill's name, and he invited Zeph into the server to confirm if the name was actually right. Now that I'm looking at this message, though, that shows that that story is probably untrue. And also, Zeph had just tweeted like an hour ago that he woke up, saw the apology video, that Kraut had thrown him under the bus, and that apparently Zeph, and this is such a Zeph thing to do, had been recording all the conversations with Kraut and T. And he's like, hey, dude, you threw me on their bus. I'm under the bus, and luckily I have all these recordings that say otherwise. And I messaged Zeph to ask him, do you have the recordings or anything? He hasn't responded. I don't know, maybe he's sifting through all the footage or something, but this does not look good at all, I think.
I will also add about the idea that Kraut's apology is currently incomplete. Well, there is this new emerging evidence on the one end that shows that, yeah, he was aware that Coach Red Pill's real name was found, and that he was considering the server to be a tool of doxing. We also have evidence that Kraut was using threats. I've sent an earlier tweet in which I reference to a video that's currently still up on Kraut's YouTube channel, a live stream that he did, where in the chat he sends a message to Coach Red Pill, which states something like "Greetings from Mr. XXX," and the name of the Mr. XXX that he's referencing to is an old business partner of Coach Red Pill. So clearly, Kraut has been engaging in veiled threats to Coach Red Pill, unlike what his apology video seems to state.
Jesus Christ. Wait, someone's like, aren't you against, Andy, aren't you against recording others without permission? No, I am. But if the recorded information reveals a lie, I'm not saying you should record anything. I would never record anyone on Discord. I would never do that. I hope no one does that to me. But he's going to leak the information anyway, and that's what's going to happen. Unfortunately for Kraut, Zeph did do that. And like I said, that's a Zeph thing to do, because I don't know if JF, but Zeph in the past, and I actually spoke to one of the guys today, Magog, has revealed 3 of my friends' doxes, or at least emailed them with their, name and their, phone number or address. And he did that to you as well. All right.
Absolutely, yeah. Zeph is a piece of trash, and I don't want people to interpret that because I'm publishing his private message history that I support the guy in any way. These direct messages matter to the extent that they're true. If if Kraut and T has another version of these messages, you can publish them. I will personally believe that the screenshot seems authentic as long as I'm not provided an alternative by Kraut, who is the only other person who would have access to that direct message history. And I would also say a word about the legality of all this. You mentioned, should we publish private messages? Personally, I go with the Canadian rule, and it's a rule in many states in the US that if one person is part of the conversation and does the recording, it is fair for that person to come out publicly and publish it, especially here in self-defense, because essentially the Kraut video of a few hours ago was essentially putting the blame on Zeph. Zeph has the right to self-defense by showing that Kraut is lying in that video, and that's what he's done.
And also, I want to point out that the crazy hair situation was recorded in California, where it is illegal to do that. Whereas here in Ontario, for example, we have that law where as long as one person is aware of the recording, then it's perfectly legal. And may I just quickly just read a couple of super chats? Pop TV, $2, thank you, aloha. The Guardian, what's up, man? $5. I'd like to see how well people keep this discussion factual. Let's not get too carried away while having fun. Fair enough. Christoph, $5. Who would win, the entire skeptosphere or one single French guy? Malcolm from the North, what's up, buddy? $5. Press F for fuck Zeph. He's got no respect. Black Dawn, $5. Do you think Zeph will let me build a physical connection with his girl? Oh yeah, that was uncomfortable. I don't know if you heard about that. Ooh.
About it, I was directly involved in Zeph's cockery.
Yo, dude, I don't like
it or not, because it doesn't seem like you know about it.
Yeah, it was basically it was for everyone, for anyone who doesn't know, on the cunt stream they were doing someone, I think it was you, was it you who asked him?
No. Let me correct you, because I think you're just not aware of that story. Okay.
Sure, please.
Years ago, in the back of the YouTube days, where we were streaming for 4 people watching now, 1 thumbs up and $1 on PayPal donation. That was a good roll for a 8-hour stream. All right. Back in the days, I was on a stream with 4 watchers, and one user comes in the hangout, and her name is Liz Reptile. She is the girlfriend of Zeph. Okay, that's years ago, and she's just charmed by my voice. And she's just like, look, if you could drive to my home and fuck me, I would enjoy it. And people are like, in the hangout, are like, well, careful, Liz has a boyfriend. And she states to me, it's okay, my boyfriend accepts that I sleep with other men like you. So if you just come for one night, that would be okay.
Okay,
she
well
sorry, go ahead. In front of me. And so Zeph, not only years later, has now been accusing me for a few days of being a pedophile, but he's doing so with, in the back of his mind, the cockery of seeing me attracting his wife so much that she came publicly on a stream and asked me to go fuck her in her home, which I declined.
Dude. Okay, yeah, I did hear that story, but there's another one that happened last night. You didn't hear this? You didn't hear? No, dude.
No, are you telling me that there's more?
Oh, dude. Oh, this is embarrassing. All right. Oh, this is embarrassing. And it was live. It wasn't like, a secret or anything. So last night, I think it was last night on the cunt stream. It's a show that happens at 11 o'clock, or Saturday night, rather. Sorry. That happens at 11 o'clock at nights. And basically, Liz is living with her ex-husband for basically until, I guess, some sort of legal issue is settled or something. So someone asked, he goes, Zeph, yo, legitimate question right now, dude. How does it feel that your wife or your girlfriend is living with her ex-husband right now, and, and she's probably banging him? And then he goes,
Oh god.
her and I have an emotional connection.
Oh my god, you cannot make this up.
No, dude, it's because everyone's like, Andy, 4 hours and 8 minutes. Go on it, 4 hours and 8 minutes. And then I was like, what are you like? I just heard a bunch of yelling, and they're like, no, just keep listening. And then I just heard it, and I'm like, no, that was not said. And there's already a video out about it. Sorry, Zeph. You can't. If my girlfriend, like, if anyone asked me that, like, about my girlfriend, it like her and I would be over in like a second. Like, how do you feel about your girlfriend fucking someone else? We have an emotional connection. It's not about sex. I don't know. That's fucking terrible, dude.
And I had a minority of YouTube users come to me and say, JF, how can you spread that story about Liz coming on a stream and offering you sex like that? It's so personal. I'm like, look, if I'm faced with two people who are trying to smear me, trying to claim that I'm a pedophile on the internet, I will not pull back any punch.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
it should be stated that since then, and this was all fun, but since then they both have emailed me in private, and they are both saying that they're sorry. They will withdraw some of their statements. I think they are not done totally removing their smearing of me, but I think they're headed there, and that's what they promised in private. So as far as my story is concerned, in that it should be over.
Yeah, like the backpedaling intensifies at this situation in this situation. And look, it's unfortunate that all of this happened, but the fact that doxes were released, people's names were released. In fact, I did hear a little some whispers last month of people potentially finding a Coach Red Pill's name, but nothing was revealed to me. But I did hear some talk of it between some people, and then it sort of was like, okay, let's just move on from there. And now when you showed me that DM, well, that's not, by the way, I want to like just clear something up. I think because I said that this was on the actual Discord. This is actually a private message, isn't it?
Yeah, and you got called out by a frustrated super chat, the Guardian, who is always on point. So yeah, it is a private message history.
Yeah. So just real fast, yeah. Thanks, Guardian, for another $5. I appreciate it, buddy. I apologize that I messed that up. And Lone Wolf 031, thank you for the $5. Kraut is a huge hypocrite. He complained when AIU did it to him, and then he does it to other people. And listen, look, I was his buddy, but the evidence like doesn't lie right now, and it looks really, really bad. I mean, I was happy he apologized, but like, what do you do? What do you do? Oh yeah, does Coach Red Pill want it?
Yeah, so if you want Coach Red Pill in, that would be a good moment.
Oh, let me toss him a quick thing. Yeah, and by the way, to the Guardian, a few people were talking about me promoting Edgison. I didn't promote Edgison. Apparently, it was academic fraud or something, and I didn't do that. So because I know he was asking me questions today and grilling me. How about I bring Jim on? Sure, I'll bring Jim on. Fuck.
Oh yeah. I cannot wait for Jim's video on that thing.
Yeah, I honestly, I'm just wondering like how this will unfold. And look, this is, a lot of people are like, oh my God, this is like total drama. No, drama would be just insults back and forth. This is the potential releasing of people's doxes, names, information, phone numbers, and addresses. This goes deeper than drama. Luckily, they got caught doing it. And unfortunately, what happens online when you do stupid shit, it gets revealed on shows and stuff, right? And Coach Red Pill, what's up, bud?
Hey, how's it going?
Not, but oh, you're a bit loud. Hang on, let me just lower you on the leveler here.
Sorry about that.
No worries, man. No worries. Right, there you go. It should be fine. Let's do a test.
Sure. Test 1, 2, 3.
Perfect. That sounds great. What's up, bud?
Oh, I'm lonely. The girlfriend's away for the night. And so here I am watching Twitter shit, and lo and behold, there really is no honor among thieves or honor among doxers or whatever, however you want to put it. Remarkable shit. But anyway, no. I'm a little bit knackered. So you guys talk amongst yourselves. I'll be a passive listener here.
Yeah, no worries, dude. Yeah, like the situation. Hang on, may I ask you a question? So, what's your whole thoughts on your name being revealed between them, and the possibilities of why the doxing would have happened?
Well, yeah, because see, I'm an annoying asshole, so I annoyed the shit out of these people, and especially Kraut and Jeff Holiday. Because I wasn't buying their brand of bullshit, because I mean it takes a bullshitter to know a bullshitter, right? And so I knew their game. I knew that they're full of shit. One's a whiskey tango fuck, and the other is an uneducated imbecile who thinks that by getting the right credentials, or the people who carry the right credentials, he'll own the truth. And I saw through them, and they didn't like that shit.
Wait. So I want to clear the air here that I am Jeff's friend, and I know JF, you have a problem with him, and Coach Red Pill, you have a problem with him too. Jeff is my buddy. But was Jeff involved in your doxing? No.
Yes.
What?
Jeff was heavily involved in the smearing of me. I can say that. And Coach Red Pill says he's also involved in the doxing of Coach Red Pill.
Nah.
Yeah. Yes. He used my name. Well, unfortunately, it got zapped when he scrubbed his entire Twitter account when this whole shit went down. But efforts are being made, because apparently there are some screenshots out there where he directly referenced me by name, by my real first name. So yeah,
that is true. I can witness that. I've seen the tweet of Jeff Holiday referencing to Coach Red Pill by his first name in a threatening fashion. That I've seen that, even if I didn't screenshot it, I can certainly affirm that.
Well, yeah. I just got a message here from Jeff, and I'm like, yo, dude, they are saying that you doxed him, and he goes, yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, I didn't, or I did. He doesn't make his mind.
He said, yeah, no, he meant
no, he did.
I'm sure he meant, yeah, comma, I didn't.
No, Andy, I respect you. I respect you.
Yeah.
Right? And so I respect you being friends with Jeff Holiday. I mean, shit. It's not like I've never thought to myself that the friend of my enemy is my enemy. That's stupid. If I have a problem, a beef with somebody, it's going to be with that person, not his friends or his family or his dog, right? And I respect your relationship with Jeff. Jeff's a liar. He doxed me multiple times via Twitter. Whenever I got under his skin, he'd whip out some personal information just to let me know that he had that. And I was a fool that I didn't take screenshots of it. It just didn't occur to me at the time, but he did. And, and then by a fortuitous circumstance, I deduced that Kraut was about to do a dox and smear piece on me. And I got out ahead of it a couple of weeks ago. And everybody said I was crazy and paranoid and all the rest of it. And well, here we are, we got the evidence right there, stone cold,
What the flying?
Because
I was not expecting that. That's a fucking bombshell. What? Like, I wasn't expecting that. So Jeff's just saying he's like, they don't have any proof that I did anything.
Oh yeah, that's
I just asked him to listen, and he'll message me if he wants to challenge anything. And Guardian, by the way, Guardian's funny, $5. I have a lot of money, and I want to make sure people keep the story truthful. This is giving me an autistic stroke review the information. Sorry, Guardian. You're talking to a fucking stoner here, all right, man? Calm down. I'm not a fucking. I'm not like a scientist or anything. Okay, so yeah, sorry about that. All right, and I'll read more.
Andy, one thing I can say, JF and I are very friendly, and I do believe that he respects me. I certainly respect him, but we are not so friendly or so BFF that he's going to lie for me. If he says something, I'd take his word for it. But I mean, JF, you tell me. You saw that Jeff Holiday had used a tweet to using my first name to intimidate me.
I remember, and in fact, I don't know your first name by any other route than that tweet. And I know that I know your first name, and you've never told me your first name. But I remember Jeff Holiday tweeting your first name to you in a way that personally I interpret as a threat that I have information on you and I could release more. And it's the same kind of threat that, by the way, Kraut has been directly doing, and we've attested that this was coming from the Kraut YouTube account in a live stream chat, and we still have the video evidence. I can confirm, and I've never lied on the public space. I've never been catched providing evidence that wasn't solid. I can confirm that Coach Red Pill has received threatening Twitter messages from Jeff Holiday and threatening live stream messages from Kraut and T that were suggestive of information that were designed so that Coach Red Pill would understand that they knew a lot about him.
What the nah? What?
And by the way, you're shocked at this, and I can understand as a friend of Jeff, but I will tell you, Jeff has been acting very badly on Twitter. I had to block him. This is the first person I ever block on Twitter. He's been he's been doing drunken tweets and deleting them after. So he had deniability. He has a behavior on Twitter that is very worrying.
Well, I'm sure. Sorry, I'm in the middle of the stream. I'm in the middle of the stream. Oh, thanks, appreciate it.
I noticed.
Oh, awesome, thanks. I'm in the middle of the stream. I have 2,000 people watching. Let's get out of here. Jesus Christ. Yeah, for our anniversary, I'm yelling at her. He said, I invited Jeff on. Is that cool, guys?
No, I don't want him around.
Hey, he has to defend himself. I can't defend him.
It's true. We did make allegations. I mean, it would be Coach Red Pill's choice if he wants to leave. Personally, I'm ready to stand for everything I've stated in the last 10 minutes.
Oh, well, okay. Then Andy, you gotta put a leash on your puppy and not let him burn out like an imbecile. I'm not.
Okay. Let's talk about basic. Okay, so we don't have. No, I understand what you're saying. A lot of times these your head-on confrontations get really rough. I'll moderate as best as possible. It's just I can't defend Jeff right now.
Yeah, but you have a mute button. Use it on your puppy, okay? Because I don't have to put up with this.
No need to call names. No need to fucking.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's take note of the date and time. This is the time where Andy Warski becomes a true professional host.
I'm gonna pull the Ruben like last time, guys. That actually worked on Friday.
Don't do a Dave Rubin, Andy. Don't do a Dave Rubin.
No. See, he was doing it wrong. He was doing that, and then they were still talking. Chris and I did that on Friday. It actually shut everyone up. I'm like, yo, we just pulled the Rubin, and it actually worked this time. Here, real quick, I'm gonna send them the link.
Hey, by the way, isn't Jim supposed to be on?
I will murder the next person who asks for Jim to be on. No. The thing is, it's like a meme now. Whenever I have a stream that's really big and he shows up, everyone he tweets about it, and everyone's like, "Oh, Jim's coming on. Oh, Jim's gonna." He's not gonna come on. I'm gonna send Jeff the link. Here, real fast, just before Jeff comes in here, we just smashed out these super chats real fast. Max France, $2. Type 666 if death is cancer. Cult of Lich, 125 PHP. Hashtag Kraut did everything wrong. WHM MSTW 50 DKK academics, please respond. Okay, we have Jeff Holiday in here. Jeff, they just dropped the bomb. I can't really defend this because it's 2 versus 1 right now, and I don't know any of the information. So what's up, bud?
Good evening.
And we'll try and keep this, I know it's intense, as civil as possible, everyone across the board.
Okay, so what is this claim that is being made?
Okay, so let me state the factual claim that I did, and CRP can continue if he has other claims. My claim is that you've sent a tweet to CRP at some point in your life, which included the first name of Coach Red Pill in a way that was threatening of the fact that you knew about him more than he wants to be exposed, that you knew private information about him. Is that correct?
Incorrect. No, incorrect. Absolutely incorrect. I called him Gus. His name is not Gus.
So, Coach Red Pill, is that true that your name is not Gus?
Yeah, because he misremembered it and thought my name was Gustavo. It's not Gustavo. But in another tweet, he used my actual first name. And in the subsequent tweet, he
said Gus, bro.
He referred to a former and incorrect, a former business associate in a way that was suggestive that he had embarrassing information and intended to use it to smear me.
So why didn't I?
Jeff, why did you use the word Gus? Does it mean something in English, Gus?
Gus? No, I just used Gus. And yeah, it was to infer, like, dude, I do know who you are, but fucking Jesus Christ, will you leave me alone? In fact, every time I talked to him about this, I very specifically was telling him to leave me alone. I wanted nothing to do with the guy.
So, as far as I'm concerned, you've just admitted what is my factual claim. And so you've referred to Coach Red Pill in a way that was making him guess that you had information on him.
Well, if he'd asked, I would have told him that I did. But
no, but without him asking, you have suggested that information in the same way that people do in veiled threats and extortion. You have suggested in the way you were phrasing, I have more information than I'm currently revealing about you, and you might want to shut up because I could release it.
Okay, I understand. I understand how you can see that, how you can perceive it from there.
All right.
I will admit one thing.
This.
Coach is correct. He does piss me off. He does piss me off quite a bit. I don't like him. I don't like him because he is a liar. He makes things up, spurious allegations all the time, constantly about people. He manufactures claims. He tries to levy people to bombard me with shit. Didn't he just today claim that like I had posted Aiden's docs on my Twitter? Like that is the most insane fucking thing I've ever heard of. Yeah, like I understand. Like if you're mad at me,
I never said that. I never said that you had posted Aiden Paladin's. I said that her information was docs last night and then removed. I didn't say it was you.
Did you heavily were you implying it? Was there any intent towards that? I mean, you've made up other bullshit claims before too. I mean, Andy, how did our audition for MTV go? Like,
sorry, Jeff. Hang on, Coach. Jeff finish that.
I claimed that. Wait a second here. I claimed that Kraut planned to dox me, and lo and behold, what was that? In the server that you were a part of. Yeah, the doxing and smearing server that you guys are part of.
There was no information about you in that task force server.
Oh yeah, right.
Prove it. Prove it, dude. I did not see
it. It wasn't in that server. It was in a separate server dedicated just to me, just for me.
Look,
that's the information I have. That's the information that's out on 4chan.
And
hang on, Jeff, may I ask you? Because like I don't know if you saw that part. Like, I mean, it's a private DM here, but like I'll screen share. It's Kraut and Zeph talking about Coach Red Pill's real name.
Okay. Well, two things I would say about this. There's two things that I would say to, I don't know, add a little bit more suspicion towards it. Number one, you've seen that Zeph can doctor up screenshots before, but that doesn't mean that this is doctored, and I have no idea if it's doctored or not. I have no clue. When you get into this realm of like crazy spy games that people have been playing, it's really anybody's guess. But
well,
I will say,
actually, just to confirm, I spoke to one of the admins today who's been very stressed out, and he told me that Zeph was invited into the server because Kraut had Coach Red Pill's real name, and then he was invited to confirm if that was Coach Red Pill's real name.
I have no idea.
Yeah, the admin. So here's the problem is now, like, again, it has nothing to do with Jeff in this story at all. Like, the admin told me this was particularly between Kraut, Zeph, and the admin.
Right. Okay. That's
so
fair.
Jeff, you weren't involved in that. I'm just saying that Kraut did have Coach Red Pill's real name. Now, I'm not saying that you, like, I don't think that you're like a threatening person.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, yeah, no problem. But that's what happened there. So I guess where the doubt is coming from is, well, there was like a tab, I guess, of Coach Red Pill, right?
In the there's a tab about a lot of people, a ton of people.
So do you think his name was revealed on that too?
Huh? What's that?
Do you think that his name was revealed on that tab too?
I would doubt it. I think people would have left beforehand. I mean, remember, like, Devil's Advocate and The Guardian both can corroborate this, is once it was apparent that there was duplicitous and shady shit going down in that server, they left. Immediately, they left. So if for some reason it ever did get into it, it would have been like, I mean, within the very small span of hours between when the shady shit was going down and when this like big data dump was revealed, this whole dramatic thing started. But also there's the thing of like we know where a lot of this information came from. King of Pole even said, like, last night, putting up the information up on on the forum, because I really don't even want to be mentioning like any of this. I've been extremely careful not to mention even how anybody can go about finding Coach's like former past. Now, the thing that bothers me so much about this too is that there's this spurious allegation that's been around for a while, and I didn't even challenge it because honestly, I don't want any of this drama. I never did. I didn't want to do anything with doxing. Didn't want to even get into the drama of
course. Yeah.
But the thing is that when you first made your allegation that I created a dossier and I handed it to the infamous hacker known as 4chan, and then that hacker known as 4chan put it on this place, and that's where Kraut was going to get in this whole like make-believe fantasy that you created. The evidence that you showed that I was this mad genius behind this compiling of your former life was that I once exchanged a tweet with somebody about donuts. That was your evidence. That's the only thing you have ever shown that I had anything to do with this, except that I knew who you were, and that I once talked about donuts with a guy.
Oh, you knew who I was, but you just said that you didn't know who I was.
No, I did know who you were.
So you didn't know who you were.
No. He came in and he said he knew. Like, he never said he didn't know. Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, man. I before any of these like big revelations about you even came about, I know who you were. Huh?
Yeah. So I mean, if the specifics are wrong, the general story is accurate,
but it's not.
And the accusation,
no, it's not.
Okay, fine. I'm not gonna split. Look, you're a scumbag.
You're
a scumbag, a doxing scumbag.
Prove I ever doxed, dude. Prove it. Prove I ever doxed.
You loser.
Hey, chill the fuck out, Coach. What did I say before we started this?
Look, the thing is, this is what's bothering me so much about this. The things that you're upset that people know about you, none of it is even private information. You were on television, dude. You got invited onto television all the time to talk about what you like to talk about. You had a very, very public life, a hugely public life. And to think that this revelation of all of this shit that's attached to your face, and you show your face in your videos, that this is attributing to doxing, is insanity. But even then, because it's not even private information, I still did nothing with it because I don't want anything to do with you. I never
Yeah,
did.
you just
And I
used it
still
to
don't.
intimidate me. JF just
Or
confirmed.
fucking you, dude.
Yeah.
Cry me a fucking river, dude.
Yeah,
Are you
you're-
really going to
because-
try and play a
because
victim?
you're-
in this?
because that's how you operate.
May I
Why
just say,
don't you break out hey Jeff, why don't you break out your dress and give us all a little dance?
Ah, yeah, see, that's very clever. It's very clever, coach, but it's also tedious and boring. And this is why I kept trying to tell you to go away. Leave me alone. Stop making
You
up a bunch
wanted
of
to be on
lies
the
about me.
stream, you loser. You wanted to be here. I didn't want you around.
okay, anyone who turns into a little bitch gets muted. Sorry, Coach Red Pill. All right?
Okay, for a quick topic change.
Like 40-year-old guy for you loser, you're dancing and stuff. Like that's ridiculous, man. Jeff, may I actually ask you a question?
Sure.
A friend said that you said on some videos that you did say that you didn't know who Coach Red Pill was.
Maybe they misunderstood it or it got twisted around or something like that. I've been pretty clear that I inadvertently found out who Coach Red Pill was. And it's actually kind of funny because I wanted to know what kind of cameras he uses in his studio. And so I looked into what I perceived was, because he was advertising that this is this big studio thing. And I was like, okay, cool. And I go and I look, and lo and behold, oops, fuck. And that's how it ended up happening. I didn't know fucking anything else about the guy aside from like just I guess you like made a movie or something. I knew that because I was like, wow, that's fucking crazy. And then like when this big, huge like revelations and shit happened, dude, like that's when I found out anything about you. I didn't know any of this shit. I didn't even know you were as much of a giant piece of shit scumbag as you actually are. I mean,
What's your thoughts on all the things that have been revealed about Kraut?
Man, look, I love Kraut.
Same. This doesn't look good though, man.
I love Kraut, and it's a tough situation. I mean, like even for my part, like I'll say this much too, and like I don't like JF. JF knows that, and JF doesn't like me, and it's fine. But like even for my part, usually when I'm not, I try really hard not to be a super shitty mean person. But the wrong thing happened. Somebody sent me some fucked up death threat. They basically were, and it was happening right at the wrong fucking time. And I was sure that they were coming from JF's Discord server, and I got pissed. And I started ranting, and I ran my mouth. And then I felt stupid about it later, so I deleted my tweets. You know, like I'll admit when I do something dumb. I'll admit when I act like an asshole.
But what I'm talking about is the fucking the whole Kraut thing. Like, I don't know, man. He did the apology, but now we're seeing some news come out. What's his name? Zeph is like, all right, Kraut, you threw me under the bus. Well, I recorded a bunch of shit during the server times. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna reveal everything. So Kraut was obviously up to something really fucking shady, man.
I have no idea what Zeph has. I imagine we'll all find out when he starts streaming. I don't know. I honestly kind of hope it's nothing super big because this is, I don't know. I mean, this is kind of fun, but it's also like kind of not fun. I don't know. It's weird. It's the internet, man. Internet culture.
I would like to add concerning the credibility of Zeph's screenshot of his private message history with Kraut. I've just received an MP4 video where Zeph shows that this comes from an actual Discord software. He moves around in a way that convinces me personally that the screenshot is authentic.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right. And by the way, just real fast. Okay, so Braving Ruin throws $10. Thanks, bud. I'll read other super chats in a second. Sorry, it's hard to catch up. Listening to this dirty hippie shitbag talking about it like he wasn't involved. You actively participated in smearing JF. You were in that server for months, just like you did to Rage and me.
Yeah. All right.
You did. Hang on. You did. He did send me a screenshot that someone said, you said like about Rage, with regards to Rage, you said you made her leave and you knew it was from terrorists. You knew You led them and said you'd do it again, Jeffy. And then you responded, no, I said I made her leave because we bullied her, which is true. Fuck that dumb bitch.
Yeah, I said that.
All right. I'm just bringing that up.
Can I bring a follow-up question? Jeff, you said, you recognize your errors, and that's fine. I appreciate that from you. You delete your tweets. Do you understand that there's a problem with your use of Twitter in the last month?
Yeah. I would say actually so. I would absolutely say so. It really hasn't done me any favors. I'll give you that much.
Well, Ahmed Indro, thanks for being here, bud. $5. He goes, I saw the tweets before he deleted them. Dumb, but nothing to do with a dox. If there's no dox, I don't get why everyone is calling Jeff a doxer. So
no evidence for it. I mean, Edgy's gonna keep trying to paint me as a doxer.
No. I'm saying Ahmed Indro.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, sorry. You think about Edgy?
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, people are going to keep trying to paint me doxer because they don't like me, and that's pretty much how it's going to keep going. The people who are made up their mind and they're like, "Yep, Jeff's a doxer," I'm never going to be able to convince him. But all I would say is simply this: I cannot prove a negative. Like, if you do not have me actually doxing anybody, then how in the fuck can you justify calling me a doxer? You can call me a whiskey tango as much as you want, Coach. Although, I do have a successful marriage, and am happy with a job and a good lifestyle and everything. But whiskey tango as much as you want, buddy. As much as you want, there, kid. You could call me any kind of different names that you want, but if there is no proof that I doxed anybody, then why are you bothering to call me a doxer? You just want to make things up to be sensational?
And by the way, to everyone who's like, unmute Coach Red Pill, I muted him for like literally 2 seconds so I could just talk over him. Jesus Christ. Coach, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, he's not muted. So what the fuck are you guys talking about? If it gets too loud and crazy, then I mute for 1 second, go, all right, settle down there, bud. Then I unmute within a second. Like, relax, people, okay? Yeah, okay, like here's the thing is, like, Jeff, you just got fucking tangled in hard. It looks bad in a way, but I didn't see you do any doxing. From what I could tell right now, it's definitely Zeph because he has doxed people in the past. And from what I saw on that DM, it was Kraut, or at least he had the name. I don't know, like I don't know if he was going to leak it eventually or anything. So,
right. I honestly, I don't even know what to tell you guys. I really don't. I guess we're just gonna have to watch Zeph's stream.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I really didn't want to like interrupt your guys' live stream either. It's just like one of those.
Thanks for explaining. Like, I appreciate that, man.
For sure.
Yeah, cool, man. I really appreciate that, dude.
Was there any other concerns you wanted to bring up? We'll do Jeff and then Coach before I bounce.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll simply conclude with my view of all this. Personally, I've never really worried about who's doing the doxing, like who's technically clicking the mouse while you hack the information or while you get it from some paid website. I don't really care who does the doxing. I cared about who uses doxing information the way you did, Jeff, and the way you just admitted you did. And that's what I'm worried about. That's what I think, that when Coach Red Pill says Jeff is a doxer, it means that you use doxing information. Doesn't necessarily mean that you're the technical IT guy behind the whole thing, but you used it on Twitter. And so I can only stand by Coach Red Pill there.
That's a pretty weak association from this evil doxing that's going on and all the shit that's been happening lately to I called him Gus once, maybe twice.
If it's enough to trigger fear in the other person, it's an act of extortion, Jeff.
Do I scare you, Coach? Do I scare you?
I think I'd scare you if we met face to face. That's why I don't think that we'll ever meet face to face.
And then I guess there's no intimidation there, now is there?
You wanted to smear and humiliate me.
Really? How? Prove it. When was I going to do that? How was I going to do that?
No, you're right.
Prove it, dude. Like honestly, prove it. Is it so hard that you can't
Listen.
look?
I've got bigger fish to fry.
Take my
Okay?
videos.
You're over.
Take my videos. Take one of
It's a
those.
waste of my time to be talking to you because you're over.
Argue one of my points or argue one of my videos. Don't just make up shit about me because you can't argue against me. Like that's a pussy maneuver, dude. I don't understand why you can't be a fucking man about this. I mean, I know you're a con artist. I know you're a con artist. Okay. That's fine.
Okay. Sure.
Can you just not be a pussy about it?
You know something? I'm going to go to the Kilroy event.
Okay, good. Come to the Kilroy event.
I'm going to go to the Kilroy event, and I'm going to look you up.
Okay. Look me up. I'll be easy to find. I'll be all over the place doing panels.
I'm sure you'll be easy to find, and I'll be easy to find.
Still on. Shit.
What?
I will be easy to find.
Good.
I just got triggered. Sorry, I thought my internet just fucking cut out, and I was just screaming "fuck" around my house. Sorry.
Andy, I'm done with this guy. Is there any reason that he's still on?
So when you find me at Kilroy, that you were just saying, Coach, that you're gonna come find me at Kilroy. What are you gonna do when you find me? You're gonna give me a big old sloppy kiss? Mm-hmm.
You'd love that, wouldn't you?
Oh yeah, I love older men.
There's a kiss for you, baby.
So what are you gonna do? You saying you're gonna come and you're gonna find me at Kilroy? What are you gonna do? We're gonna have a chat. You're gonna buy me a burger.
You'll be talking, but I won't be talking much, probably.
Okay, so you're gonna patiently sit there and you're gonna listen and absorb everything that I have to say, and that'd be great. Cool, sounds good. Is that it? That all you're gonna do when you come to Kilroy, man?
Coach,
are you there? Are you there? Are you there?
I'm here. What's the problem? Why are you so nervous?
I'm curious. Look, Medicare's on right now, man. Medicare's watching. Why don't we give him something juicy? You already just said you're gonna come find me at Kilroy. What do you want to do at Kilroy?
I say suck each other's dicks. How about that? That'd be probably.
Well,
yeah, maybe we should 69, huh? Yeah. Let's get some good old juicy sound bites for Jim there, eh? Huh?
Slob on listen to yourself?
Huh? Is your
all right. Jeff, calm down. Calm down. All right, everyone.
All right.
I know we want to see each other suck each other's dicks, but let's just move on from there because no threats of violence. All right, guys.
Have I said anything? I said I was just going to go to the Kilroy event.
Oh, you said a lot of shit, a lot of dumb shit, a lot of made up shit.
Like Kraut was going to dox me,
Coach,
and that proved to be true.
You said you're gonna come to Kilroy, and what's your beef with Jeff? What would you do?
I'd love for him to be the big man that he is over the distance of the internet. It's one thing to do it online; it's another thing to do it face to face.
Andy's met me in real life.
Yeah. I don't think he was impressed.
Oh, Andy knows I can get pretty mean to people sometimes in real life.
Are you threatening me with violence?
No, I'm just saying I'm a mean-spirited person.
You're a mean-spirited person. Does that mean that I go there to Kilroy and you're going to try to beat me up? Is that how you operate?
He might insult you. Being mean can mean also insulting.
But you can almost hear it in his head. He's like, "Oh no, I just got caught making this weird threatening thing.
Okay,
I'm masterfully sneaking around this language."
Are we gonna continue with this bullshit, or are we gonna move on?
Man, I'm having a great time. I bet the audience is having a good time with this too.
Wait, Coach, but you did just say I'm gonna come to Kilroy and
I'm gonna go to Kilroy. Is that a crime? I thought it was supposed to be an open thing. Or actually, maybe Kilroy wouldn't even happen at this point. I mean, considering how things are falling out.
For you to buy a ticket, they would love for you to buy a ticket. Please, by all means.
I need somebody to buy a ticket.
What was that? Sorry?
I said that they probably need people to buy a ticket at this point.
No.
It's fully funded, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, it's fully funded.
What the fuck is this dude even talking about? God, no, I really want to know. What are you gonna do? You're gonna show up to Kilroy. What are you gonna do? You gotta punch my little whiskey tango face in, huh? You know? You wanna beat me? You wanna beat me, baby?
All right, we done with that fight, or is it good?
I mean, if he wants to leave, us adults can have a conversation finally.
Seriously, this whole conversation is making me think. I really want to do a MMA fight with someone, and I'm very serious about this. So I will launch the invitation here.
Jeff,
To I want to threaten Jeff, but if there's any intellectual on the public space who wants to challenge me to an MMA fight, I'm totally up for it. This makes me think about it. I would love to be like Sam Harris or Jordan Peterson or even Jeff Holiday.
Jordan Peterson.
Oh, dude, Jordan Peterson.
JF wants to fight you. Jordan, you hear that? You have 3,000 people. Yo, Jim, add that in your video tomorrow. Add that clip that he's offering. He wants to fight Jordan Peterson.
A French-Canadian biologist wants to beat up Jordan Peterson.
Oh my God. By the way, everyone watching, hit like, you beautiful, sexy people. Coach, any responses to that? Do you want to be part of an MMA match?
No, I don't need to be a part of an MMA match.
What if we had like a kill row? We had like a separate room where we could just all fight, like Fight Club, and live stream it. That'd be fucking jokes. Yeah. So I don't know. I guess like Jeff. I mean, yeah. You've explained your side basically, right?
I hope so enough to get this fucking middle-aged muppet to stop claiming I doxed him.
Do you think Kraut doxed him?
I don't know. I think if anybody had that information on Coach, it was probably all gathered from that forum post all around. The thing is, too, is like getting somebody's personal information necessarily.
Wait. On the dates that Kraut said that he knew my name, that was, I think, something like 10 days or 12 days before that stuff appeared online.
Well, I honestly don't know. As like the thing is, like I said,
no, I know. So Kraut had that information before it appeared there.
Because I don't care to look, I will believe you. But again, like I found it by fucking accident, dude. And like you've also posted your address on your Patreon. Somebody told me that. Like, I mean, it's not like you were aggressively trying to hide your stuff, and it's fine, man. Like I put my name out there all the time too. The thing is that if somebody has your information but they don't do anything with it, then like I don't get it. Like I've been doxxed like fucking dude, I don't know, like 9 or 10 times in the past 2 days.
Hey Jeff, I just got sent something here. Coach Red Pill just went to the washroom. So someone sent me a DM, I guess. Yeah, it's like I think it's part of your DMs or something. You're talking about any of you guys ever check out Kiwi Farms to make sure you're not on it because it can get a little fucking nuts. And then it's scratched out whoever's name that is. And I don't think I want to put this on because this might be Coach's real name here.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. Yeah, no, I when I found that shit out, I legit went to two groups of people and I was like, I have no idea what the fuck this is. This is insane. Fucking insane.
Wait. So, but what's insane?
What's on the fucking forum, dude? It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Like I just like that's the whole thing is like finding that out made me understand what kind of a person Coach Red Pill was. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't know what the fuck to do about this, or should I do anything with it? I don't think I can fucking touch it. Like and obviously I didn't because I never made a fucking video about it.
By Braving Ruin goes $5. Jeff Hawley called Armored Skeptic a nigger at VidCon. Now I was there, you did, but you were very heated at him. You were in a battle, but yeah, because so someone just sent me, like, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, right? The Kiwi Farms thing.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so now I'm pretty sure I know Coach Red Pill's first and last name. Pretty sure that's his first and last name. I mean, when they get a hook, they really dig. Check this shit out. This is fucking nuts. So you're basically telling people to go on Kiwi Farms and search their name because Kiwi Farms went really deep into Coach Red Pill and who he was or something, and Coach stopped all his social media accounts when this thing went down, and then he vanished. This is weirding me out.
Yeah, this is weirding me out. It weirded me fucking out, dude. What was I supposed to do about that shit?
So, but did you tell Kraut?
Wait. Let's understand something here. See, let me get this straight. The Kraut, and that's the reason.
You cutting out, man?
Has had this doxing and smearing website with his little goons. He was collecting information about people like Black Pigeon Speaks, Millennial Woes, Blonde in the Belly of the Beast. Wait, can I speak, please?
Sure.
So he's collecting all this information with his little goons, including Jeff Holiday, right? And the evidence comes out that he actually was doxing people after he put out an apology, and that apology turned out to be a complete and utter lie. And you all are questioning me? How is the logic of that? Isn't that called like misdirection here?
Yes,
Aren't we like losing focus as to why we are here in this live stream?
Because I am in this live stream because you called me a doxer.
You are a doxer.
Yeah, I'm not a doxer.
You just admitted that you had my name and that you used it in at least 2 tweets directed at me.
Not
that's
tweets.
That's what Kraut himself said last year about
DMs, dude. DMs.
No, they were tweets because JF saw those tweets.
As far as nothing on that forum, even nothing. As far as I know,
it was long before that forum appeared. So that you got the information from the forum, that's not true. You had that information because you went looking for it. You yourself scraped my entire Reddit history looking for stuff that you could use to embarrass me.
How are you even getting that? No,
because
it was Kiwi Farms.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was. Well, you think I wrote that article? Jesus fucking Christ! But King of Pole himself was even talking about this just last night. Just fucking last night.
I got better things to do. Okay. So, JF.
Why aren't you mad at King of Pole? Why are you trying to like put this on me?
Excuse me. I'm trying to speak here. JF, it would be great. Let's catch up sometime later in the week or something.
Yeah, it was great talking to you.
Andy, it was great talking to you. What? Because it's a waste of my time. Why am I talking to this individual? He's small fry and he's over.
Because you made an
better things to do.
Because you made an accusation, bro.
Yeah, like I think it would be more of a pussy move of Jeff to not show up. Like
doesn't matter. He's gonna lie, like Kraut lied.
Right.
Kraut lied through his teeth. He put out an apology saying things that were absolutely not true. He's saying that he never doxed anything, that the other guy did it.
Yeah, I'm not Kraut. I'm Jeff.
What did it turn out to be? Excuse me, I am speaking here.
Are you getting upset?
Can I just speak, please? Kraut put out this apology, and it turned out to be false. Everything he said was a lie.
I'm gonna butt in for 1 second.
Go ahead.
All right, Jeff, you said that you sent that DM to 2 sets of people, and then that's how basically I suppose how Kraut got that information.
No, fuck, no way.
To me, I gotta want to say who it is, but you sent it to a few people, and obviously people talk. No.
I suppose so, sure. But if I'm trying to get information on like what the fuck should I do with this? What the fuck? And like I was sending this to people that I guess maybe I shouldn't necessarily press in my DMs, but
have a good chat.
Aw, bye. Bye, Cuddles. Anyway, so yeah. I sent it to this DM group of people who I thought I could trust. I mean, Aiden Paladin is even in that group. She's in that fucking DM group. Like, she knows this, but I didn't get this and then put it on Kiwi Farms. It was the Kiwi Farms link itself of me being like, holy shit, look what I found. Aiden's known that I saw that Kiwi Farms thing for however long since that DM was sent. Like, none of this is something that I've been hiding.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, what would you do? What would you do if you find out that this YouTuber has this past, that 3 years ago he was accused, and it was written up in news websites, that he potentially committed fraud and blackmail. Like, what do you do with that? And I'm sitting here with this bombshell, and here's this slimy, snaky dude that I don't like. And I'm like, what the fuck do I do with this? And ultimately, I decided I don't want to touch it because, surprise, surprise, I don't want drama. I'll see how that fucking turned out.
Mm-hmm. But
so, and I just
the Kraut was bringing this up possibly to, destroy Coach Red Pill.
I have no idea. I mean, I can't speak to anybody else's motivations, only my own.
Yeah, this is not. Hey, JF, have you seen this?
Have I seen what? The Kiwi Farms?
Yeah.
Is that what you're asking? If I've seen the Kiwi Farms? Yeah. You know what? There's people who keep telling me I should go check this. And I keep telling them, as far as I'm concerned, if Coach Red Pill is interacting with me with his IDs and exchanging my IDs with him, why the fuck would I care about his past? Is he in jail? No. Look at the phrasing that Jeff uses. Uses potentially committing fraud. Hey, Jeff, would you like me to go on the public space and say you've potentially committed rape?
No, of course not. But I also didn't go into the public space and say he potentially committed fraud until now, because the dude is fucking bringing it up. I never brought up.
And you shouldn't. You should be above this. And this is what I'm trying to invite you to. Don't say someone potentially committed fraud if he's not been found guilty of it. I've been accused by multiple women of sexual abuse, okay? And it was all false. And it leads to a crappy part of your life. And what you're doing to Coach Red Pill when you say he potentially committed fraud is exactly what I've been the victim of.
I am not the one that accused him of it. I am not the one that accused him of it.
On the Warski show in front of 3,000 persons live, and you say he potentially committed fraud, I'm
not the one who made the accusation.
Accusers. Yes, this is what you are.
I am not making the accusation. The Economist made the accusation.
It doesn't matter
if me reporting, me repeating what is on a news website. Me reporting what is on a news website is not me manufacturing that news.
As long as you're bringing it back and he's not been found guilty and he's not in prison, I don't care. And this is what I'm trying to explain to Andy, and you shouldn't.
I didn't care either. That's why I didn't make a video.
The competence of a jury, you don't have the competence of a judge, and in fact, often they don't have the competence either, so they find false stuff. In any case, you're not the judge of criminal intent and criminal actions. And so if he's not been found by any organization that's responsible for this, you should just shut up.
Maybe you should take it up with the other people who are accusing him.
Yeah,
well, I'm taking it with you because you're the problem right now.
Oh, I'm the problem right now. I see. I'm a problem.
As long as you make these tweets that are threatening to us and that you delete them after because you don't want to stand with them on beside them on the public space, you are an issue. Because you are spreading false rumors that have echoes into the social media of the internet, and you cannot even stand by your own statements, so you delete them.
Let me get this straight. Let me get this straight. So you're totally fine with Coach Red Pill making a false accusation of me doxing him, but you have a problem with me repeating something that was actually published on a news website. And I'm not even giving the details of it because I don't want to be involved in this shit. Never did. Never did. But you're fine with Coach Red Pill making an accusation on me, but you're mad at me because I'm repeating something that's in a news website. Okay. All right. I want to make sure that this double standard was very apparent. Okay.
No, Jeff, you've been admitting for the last hour that you are involved in what Coach Red Pill refers to as doxing. You may not have gotten the information yourself, you may not be the primary source of it, but as far as I'm concerned, you are involved in investigating on these information and looking for them, gathering them, and using
How?
them
No,
as part of.
wait.
As far as
Prove
you've committed doxing
that.
and you've admitted it within the last hour.
Prove that I was part of any type of investigation, because I wasn't.
You just revealed that you were looking for that information. You've been revealing it for an hour. Everyone on the internet can see. They can just rewind the freaking video we're in. Jeff.
Yeah. When? What did I say when I said I was part of some investigation? Because I wasn't.
You said that you had access to a website that was revealing information about Coach Red Pill, and that you were wondering what to do with this information.
Yeah, that's called Kiwi Farm.
Investigative act.
That's investigative act. Oh, yeah. I see. That is an investigative act. How exactly is that investigative?
Accuse you of making an investigation on Kiwi Farm by consulting it and reporting some of the information here and some of the information in the form of a threat to Coach Red Pill. I have a clear mind, and I don't make these accusations lightly.
These are mental gymnastics. These are mental gymnastics. They are.
I mean, I'm willing to let the internet judge here.
Hang on. So, but Jeff, how did you find him on there? Like, did you like?
Somebody sent it to me.
Someone sent it to you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. Like, well, this is fucking rough, man.
It is. It's fucking annoying. Absolutely fucking annoying.
How many people did you send his name to?
There was that one group, and then I DM'd one private person.
Yeah, that's fucking. I guess that's the issue, right? Because look, I mean, online there's some people who are trustworthy and some who are not, and I don't know, like throwing someone's name into a group chat is probably a bad idea. No,
I mean, I suppose so.
I mean,
again, it was like one of those things. It was one of those things where it was like I have no idea what to do with it. Here, a group of people that I know and I talk to. Like, if I was trying to hide this, do you really think I wouldn't say it in a group with Aiden Paladin in it? Like, that doesn't make any sense.
Someone's saying Jeff is lying. Google CRP's camera Kiwi Farms comes up. Wait, what? Google Coach Red Pill's camera.
Oh, it's because I said like how I found his name is because I was interested in his camera. No, that's not how I found the Kiwi Farm. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, timeline. Coach Red Pill makes this fucking video full of a bunch of lies. It's about you and me, Andy, and a bunch of other fucking people at VidCon. So I start looking into this guy. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? He's got really, really good fucking cameras. Holy shit. And then at the end of his videos, he would post his studio. And that's how by Googling his studio, I was like, oh shit, that's what his fucking name is. And then I figured out that he had made a fucking movie. And that's all I knew about him until this Kiwi Farm thing dropped.
Okay. All right. And by the way, I didn't. Hey, Max France, do not delete Mr. Medicare's messages. It was a funny message. Mr. Medicare, he's good people's.
I love Jim.
He's Jim. He's the one who keeps saying that. JF, what do you think, man?
Well, personally, I've said everything I had to say about this thing. I mean, what we have are admissions that to me are doxing, and to me are enough to block Jeff on Twitter, at least as long as he doesn't fix his way of using Twitter. You're the first person that I ever block on Twitter, Jeff. I'm willing to take trolling. I'm willing to take all sorts of things. But the kind of emotional trolling and threats and hidden messages that you put in your tweet and that you then delete, I cannot.
Never threatened you. I never
have to say to you.
I've never threatened you.
Well, we've covered that. You've threatened one of my friends, and you've been laughing about my past relationship, which I'm very emotional about this. I love this girl. I told you right in front of you on the Drunken Peasants, and you ridicule her for being mentally retarded. It's too much. I'm sorry. And I don't want to talk about it too much because this is not something that's of interest to the internet,
Oh, well, I don't know about that. But I wasn't ridiculing the girl. I was ridiculing you. was ridiculing you. I've already admitted that, you know, when I do something or I say something super shitty, like I'll admit that I said something super shitty, which is why I fucking scrubbed it. And I also feel really dumb that I ended up purging my whole fucking Twitter. Like, do you guys actually know anybody who got purged today in the big Twitter purge?
I don't.
No, that didn't happen. Not to me. I was waiting for it.
Dude, I lost so many good fucking memes. God fucking damn it. Oh well.
Well, there was okay. Oh, sorry, I didn't even fucking see this, Jeff. On the group chat that you sent, the last message you wrote. I mean, if he actually did this, sorry, if he did this to the Economist, dude, this is fucking bad. We're talking about defrauded and blackmailed an academic. Like, that's not just shitty behavior, that's criminal. But you're just saying if he did that. Was there any possibly of is that why fucking Kraut fucking messaged that? Like, oh, look what I found this like history of Coach Red Pill. So like I found his real name, and then therefore was it Kraut who fucking found it? Because it sounds like Kraut found it first.
Well, if Kraut found his, like, the whole thing is, I never talked to Kraut about this stuff. As this was developing, it kind of came up in a casual conversation at one point, and I was like, oh, dude, yeah, the Kiwi farm thing, fuck. Like, it just, I can't speak to Kraut's motivations, but all I know is there's a direct line of, like, where all of this stuff was compiled and put onto Kiwi farms. Did I have anything to do with it? Fuck no. Fuck no. That's where a lot of this shit just got dumped into my lap too, because somebody was like, holy fuck, check this out. And I'm like, holy fuck, what do I do with this shit?
Dude,
Holy fuck.
This is bad. This is so fucking, I mean, besides insults or whatever, like all that shit aside, because that's just pointless. That's just arguments. This is like if Kraut, like the way I'm reading that DM to Zeph is like, oh, yo, I found his real name. Like, time to fuck him up. Like, that sounds really fucking. I want fucking Kraut to answer to that.
Yeah, I have no idea. I guess, like I said, we'll see what's gonna happen when.
No, I know, because you up to this point, obviously JF doesn't like the way you've acted on Twitter and sort of saying guts or whatever. I understand that, JF, but Kraut. Like the way he's saying his name in like a demeanor of like, yo, I found his fucking name, and then seeing this accusation on Kiwi Farms, this doesn't look fucking good. Oh, I should have.
Yeah, so the upcoming suspense is about whether Kraut will just ignore these new evidence or he will reformulate an apology. So will he stand by the fact that he was thinking of that server as a tool of smearing and doxing? It's clear from the direct message. There's no way he can escape this. So will he coward away or will he do a second apology? That's what we have to look for in the next few days.
I think he has to just fucking come clean. Like, you know, privately DMing someone's potential docs is one thing. I'm still not down for that, but fucking using it as what you just said, JF, as a smear campaign, that's fucking, I don't know, man. That's fucking horrendous. And especially with, you know, Kiwi Farms, like with that information, I don't know.
Well, clear, Coach Red Pill's been on a smear campaign on fucking you and me and tons of fucking people for a while.
Yeah, smeared me. Yeah. Can I just real fast? Yeah, no. He fucking. Sorry guys. I'll hammer through some super chats in order right now. So sorry. Just give me a minute here, guys, so I could fucking start just pound through a couple of these. We got. Where was I? Oh my fucking God. Jesus Christ. Thank you everyone for donating.
Oh yeah, Habib wanted me to remind you if you want Habib on or something like that.
Oh, Habib, is he down? He was the admin I was talking to earlier.
Yeah, I think so.
Here, I'll do that in 1 minute, and let me just pound through this real fast. Braving Ruin threw $5 more. Thank you, Braving, by the way. Jeff is a fucking worm who will say anything to get out of this. He obviously doesn't like you. Dobu, $5. Jeff is nearly a big of a fart stuffing toe licking dumpster of fire as Kraut. Bring Jim on. Wubba dub dub. And then Braving Ruin threw another $5. You are a liar, Jeff. The screen recordings of the task force confirm that you were very active. You wiped your tweets because of this.
How? How does that prove that I was very active? There are 2 screenshots. One of me being like, oh, hey, Edgy protected his tweets. And then one of me being like, you probably shouldn't debate JF unless you yourself have as high of credentials as he does. Like, how does that prove I was active, dude? What the fuck?
Well, I sent Braving the link. He said he wants to wait till you're off, Jeff. He's not down. He doesn't. Huh?
He doesn't want to talk to me for some reason. He had two chances to talk to me yesterday, and keeps passing on it.
Yeah, The Guardian, $5. Go ahead, JF. Release the information that you have. I would love to see the information that you haven't shown but claim to have. I'm interested now. JF, do you have more interest?
I've seen this super chat before. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what he's talking about because I have never made claim that I have hidden information.
Yeah,
I think that I just received. The video confirms that the screenshot is authentic. I don't claim that I have anything else.
Mm-hmm. I think he was. He might have gotten confused because you were using the example of like if I have more information and it could be a threatening sort of thing. I think he probably just got confused.
And then Big Fat Brian, $5. What is this whataboutery? Jeff Holiday just admitted to knowing his info to Coach Red Pill. That was older. Ruin, $5 again. Thank you. The Guardian left because he was one of my leakers. Makes sense. Julius Caesar, 224, $2. Jeff Buddy, see a proctologist for the damage to anus. The Guardian, $5. CEO, you were trying to spin a story that doesn't correlate with reality. I planned for this. Jesse James, $5. Coach Red Pill seems like one of those pervy old men who try to overcompensate for being a douche bag dork. That's why he talked about roaming made me sick. Big Fat Brian, $5. Jeff's defense. Candace Owens did nothing wrong. Hitch Watson, $2. Where's Jim? Trendy Fool, $5. Could you be any more biased towards Jeff? I'm being fair with everyone, I think. Some people are like, you're being cucked by Jeff. He's my buddy. I'm asking him questions, the ones that I know. I'm letting Jeff fucking I'm sorry, JF accuse him of Jeff of what he thinks he did and insult him. I'm letting him do that. I'm letting him, I'm just trying to find the common ground or like the truth in this entire situation. I'm not gonna be like, hey Jeff, I've been your friend for years. Well, fuck you. So I'm trying to be a little bit fair here. Gabriel Lopez, 10R. Thanks, buddy. Hey, I have no intention to drama. Please press 1. Jeff is a scumbag here or Coach Red Pill /JF. I suppose that's number 2. So 1 or 2. Edendro Streams. No, that was one I read before. Sebastian K, $1. Thank you. Braving Ruin, $5. I specified who was doxing and who wasn't in my data dump thread. I never said Jeff was a doxer.
Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate it. A lot of people have gotten the wrong fucking impression about it too. And it's weak too, because I've probably been doxxed like I don't even know how many fucking times in the past 2 days because of this shit too. It's frustrating.
It's fucking bullshit, man. And for Postry, $5. I hate doxing on any regards, okay? $5. I want to get what happened to Rage After Storm straight. So basically, she said things Kraut and others didn't like, so she needed to be taken down. I'll say what happened there. She said in a particular video on the Race is Real video that Black people don't have abstract thinking and used like a really racist source. Now, whether the bell curve, the bell curve, I've seen it. I was reading up on it. And yeah, averages, I understand the whole race thing. I was challenging her particularly on the Black people do not have abstract thinking. So when Millennial Woes commented on the last, can't you fucks admit that Rage was right? Not about blacks not having abstract thinking.
Yeah, it's insane.
Now we have abstract thinking. So that's that. We were attacking her extreme points of view in that video. I gave her a chance to come on the show. I was being as nice as possible because I was her friend, and then she just vanished off Twitter. That's what happened there. And then I'll read the rest after. Thank you everyone who's donating. I really appreciate it. Yeah. So I wish Coach Red Pill was here to fucking defend himself on that shit though. To be honest. Yeah. So Jesus fucking Christ.
Big fucking mess, yeah.
It's a mess. I'm trying to like figure out like the one thing, man, is when Kraut made his apology and threw Zeph under the bus, like with all this other shit, like it's just cowardice. Cowardice, man.
Like the thing about this too is that like Kraut's a really amazing guy. He's a really sweet guy. With all of this getting so fucking ramped up and confusing and like escalating further and further and further, I can't speak to his motivations. I wasn't very active in the server at all. I did talk to Kraut very, very often in Skype, but I was rarely on the server itself. I don't know. I just honestly, I feel like there was a ton of shit that got dropped onto him. If he made mistakes, he made mistakes, and it's fucked and it's unfortunate. But I love the guy, too, and I always will.
Yeah, and that's sort of like, you know, I was his buddy for a while, but like with fucking like what I've seen right now, what I think he needs to do is literally just go here. Well, first of all, before I even say that, is the most suspicious thing out of everything was during the live show on Friday, we had Zeph and JF. I think you may have heard this, but when Zeph was like, "Oh, you could see the Discord. We'll invite you in." Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. All right. Cool. So yeah, he invited me in. So I asked him twice during that stream, "Yo, where's that fucking link?" And then it was 2 hours later is when Zeph's like, "All right, you want that link?" And I'm like, "Dude, you've had 2 hours. Like, I can't accept that link now because you've had hours to scrub it." That was the suspicious part. And then throwing Zeph under the bus when now this new evidence fucking came out is disturbing. And I think, look, again, like Kraut was like, me and him were cool, but I gotta fucking call a spade, and that's fucked up what he did. And I held my tongue the first time he fucked up 7 months ago. Billy Bong had sent me DMs, and I pushed out on it because I was Kraut's friend. I can't do it a second time when Kraut basically sent Rage's, and as much as I may have disagreed about her extreme opinions, he sent her employer the fucking a link to the video. She got fired. He says it wasn't because of that link in particular, but it doesn't fucking matter. And then he made a video right after, like a day later, saying words have consequences online. And that's, I'm sorry, we all talk about free speech constantly, and Kraut is being fucking like a little SJW about this shit. And we have to call this guy out, man. We can't let him.
And I'd like to add something to mention. On Friday, when they said they would invite you on the Discord, and you're now revealing that they only sent you the link 2 hours later, we have evidence from inside the Discord server that there were deletions, and there were deletions to channel names that are very indicative of doxing activities and smearing activities. So right before they invite Andy to presumably review the whole evidence that there would be no doxing in that server, Kraut himself has made 3 or 4 deletions that are very suspicious of big channels that are called things like hit list or like research or investigative stuff. And so it seems that they tried also to hide information from Andy. Another thing, because let's drop everything that I want to drop about Kraut, which haven't had the time to do on Friday because of my microphone. The behavior that he had on this show here toward Aiden Paladin was extremely offensive to me. This is not the right way to talk to a woman. He suggested, he told her shut up multiple times. Of course, Aiden Paladin was emotional in a way that from the audience perspective may not be pleasant, but to tell her to shut up the way he did is very offensive to me, and it's indicative of either the fact that he was extremely nervous or he's in a breakdown currently, or he's just someone like this who verbally abuses people. Very worrying behavior to me, and I want to say it. I did not stand for this. I just couldn't talk because I had my microphone was just too slow and too latent.
And yeah, like and obviously Jeff, like I know you're his buddy, but and it's hard to say sometimes. And again, I like Kraut. I really enjoyed his videos in the past, but like, I mean, you're accused of having a doxing site, which, by the way, we're gonna get, and not you in particular. I'm talking about him in particular, and we will get the admin in because he just threw a donation as well. Sorry, so much fucking donations. Thank you everyone for donating. But I'll put him on in a minute. But like we have to be able to be like, no, fuck, dude. Like if this, I don't care if anyone goes online and goes, well, I'm not a big fan of Asian people, or I don't care if you go, I don't like men. Men stink. I don't care what you say. You have to have your freedom of speech. Do you agree,
Right.
Jeff?
Oh yeah,
100%.
dude, absolutely, 100%.
You can call someone a faggot, fuckface, nigger, and I'm like, all right, I guess he's a faggot, fuckface, nigger. You know, I'm giving Jim some fucking content right now. But my point is, I don't care how terrible it is, but when Kraut has the potential to leak and ruin people's lives, and then fucking reveal Rage's fucking video to her employer. I know I saw someone in the chat go, oh, fucking, oh, a racist lost her job. Oh, boo-hoo. Sorry, racist people have to work too. Okay. All right. So and Kraut needs to fucking just stop backpedaling. Stop throwing Zeph under the bus. Just like, is that so? Like, I'm just trying to be as real as possible. And someone's like, I didn't care back then. It's not that I didn't care back then. Is I wasn't doing live shows back then. I was more timid. I wasn't comfortable in my channel yet. I was still evolving. And here I am evolving, you motherfuckers. All right. And I'm doing it now. So shut up. Okay. So I think that Kraut needs to, I hope he's watching this. Kraut, I'm not trying to be a fucking cocksucker to you. I'm not trying to be like, it's everyone sees the evidence. I see the evidence, and you keep lying over and over and over. And it's just pathetic at this fucking point. There's only so much I could defend a friend of mine until I'm like, sorry, bud, you're on your own here.
That was such a Canadian sorry.
Yeah. Sorry, bud. And look, if they like, if that server was primarily used, actually, I want to ask you a question. Well, what was that New York Times writer in there for?
Oh, sure. Okay. That one's actually pretty interesting. A lot of people got this like weird conspiracy goggles on about that one. As far as I know, she contacted Kraut because he is one of the rare people who is making, aggressive counter videos to race realism. And she wanted to talk to somebody about that when he brought her into the Discord. She could not figure out how to get Discord to work, the voice or the sound in and of itself. So she never heard any of our voices, as far as I know. We never heard hers. I was only in for a brief amount of time. Like, are we actually talking to this person? Why did I get a Skype message that somebody wants to talk to me? Okay. And then basically it was just a write up who you are and what you do, and put it in the text channel. And then if she's interested, maybe she'll contact you later or something. That was like the extent of it. I have no idea if she was working on an article. I have no idea about any of that shit, honestly.
Actually, there was one. I don't care. It wasn't you who wrote it. I want to remember who it was, but I've been up since 7:30 in the morning, like looking through everything, just trying to find the fucking truth in all this fucking mess. And there was someone who had messaged something. Maybe it was Kraut. You know what? I'll just say it wasn't Kraut for now until I find the actual screenshot. In fact, I'll just start looking for it right now. Someone said, "Oh, there's people who are skeptics who just blend in with the alt-right for Patreon money, and they just want the alt-right support." So what it looked like to me in particular was some sort of like, they're gonna drop a story on the alt-right as well as YouTubers who don't condemn them enough or something. That's what it looked like. In fact, I'll open it up because I did see your message in there, but you wrote it like all you wrote was, "Hey, my name's Jeff, blah blah blah," like really quick.
Yeah, like I wrote basically like I'm a YouTuber, and this is the reason why I have made videos to counter some of this stuff.
Yeah. Oh, here it is. Wait, was it this guy?
There's another thing too, and I think it's kind of splitting hairs, but it is actually pretty important to state, like that task force server, when it was made, it was explicitly to counter race realism. It wasn't made as like an anti-alt-right server. It was made specifically as a place to share links and to basically educate and collaborate with others on the best way to have good arguments versus race realism. And at some point it stopped really being just about that. And as a friend to Kraut, and as somebody who he has trusted for a very long time, I honestly do feel like I failed, because I should have convinced him to not let it go that way. I should have. I had a lot of shit going on in my life. Like, I have a family, I have a bunch of other things that I do that aren't online. And I failed him in that regard, and like that's on me, and I still feel fucking bad about that.
Yeah, and I it's the way it all came across. Like, I'm sure you obviously understand this now. It's just it looks like what it the anti-alt-right, basically, with everyone's name in there. I mean, sure, maybe the name was like, "Oh, we're doing like Blonde and the Belly and the Beast this video, so we'll post this video, and everyone right after just do your debunking points or your science or whatever," and that would be awesome. Like, it makes sense as well, but it became this inflammatory thing, which again doesn't matter to me. If you guys were in there calling people fucking cocksuckers day and night, and a crowd called V a cocksucker, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, I've said mean shit about people on Discord." All right, like it happens, right?
Yeah, it kind of sucks when you're like private venting gets like brought out into the light to the world. Like, it's a shitty feeling. It's happened to me a couple of times throughout the years. It's always
me as well. And but then all this fucking doxing stuff. Like, I think that enough's enough. We gave Kraut enough fucking chances, and it's like, dude, own the fuck up to it. If he just vanishes off Twitter and social media yet again for like 6 months, wait till it blows over and starts again, that's fucking cowardice. And he did that the first time. And my response was, Rage, come over on my show. Anyone from the alt-right, come on my show. I don't give a fuck. Let's talk about this stuff. And now finally we've reached the point where I can do that. But like, Jeff, let's be honest here. We have to give Kraut shit for this. We have to teach him that this isn't fucking right. Like 100%, man. Because it's a slippery slope thing. Oh, Kraut does this, this, and this, right? And then someone else does the exact same thing, but we're all gonna bash that other person. But Kraut's our friend, but that's not, you know what I mean? I don't know.
Well, okay, I know where this is going, and it's basically been kind of a perpetual thing that that people have been wanting me to do. People want me to disavow. Here's what I'm gonna do. I will publicly right now say that the troublesome behavior and some of the actions that were taken in that server, that I absolutely disavow that behavior. I absolutely do. But the thing is regardless of that, Kraut's still my friend. He is still my friend, and I still love the guy. And I'm not going to be throwing him under the bus. The one that probably troubles me the most is the one that got sent to you, JF, and that bugs me. It really does bug me. But at the same time, too, like, you know, I don't want to be like, fuck Zeph and all this shit either. Like, I'm just not that reactionary about it, because enough people are gonna be raking everybody over the coals, and I'm not fucking interested. If I was the kind of person who wants to rake somebody over the coals, I would have made the fucking video about Coach Red Pill when that fucking shit got dropped and put in my lap. I'm just not interested. That's not who I am. I don't want to do it. Like, I want to make my videos about pseudoscience and people like trying to treat their kids' autism by squirting bleach up their assholes. Like, I want to stop stupid shit from happening. Not into it, man. Just not.
And like Edgy, he threw another $5. I have a family. So do the people you have been smearing, you piece of shit.
Who did I smear? The fuck have I smeared?
Like, Edgy, thank you for all your donations, Edgy. I love you, man. I like Braving Ruin. He's awesome.
That's fine.
In my opinion, like, you know what I mean? Like, I know you don't like him. Fair enough. Braving, would you please just come in, and I'll try my best to moderate everything as best as possible.
Oh yeah, you're supposed to invite me, by the way.
It would be great to have Braving Runes.
I'm sorry?
It would be great to have Braving Runes.
Yeah, and honestly, and then I'll read. By the way, everyone, thank you for donating. I swear to God, fucking read super chats once I could squeeze her in. I'm gonna send fucking Braving the link. Please, Braving, just come in. I know you don't like Jeff. Jeff doesn't like you. I hate being the middleman. Like, he's saying that you're people, and then now I have to say this to you, and you go, I'm not smearing people. And then he goes, well, you are, because you did this, and then you're gonna go, well, I didn't. It'd be better if you just talk about it and debate it here in front of 3,000 fucking people.
Jesus. What's up, everybody?
Fucking Christ, by the way.
Dude, that's the truth of it. That's the secret. That's the secret to fucking YouTube in this tiny, tiny sphere that we all operate in. Nothing sells like fucking drama, man.
Yeah, no, it's true. Again, though, Jeff, what I was saying is,
yeah,
there's a difference between drama and the legitimate claims of prevention of freedom of speech.
No, I agree with you. But like this whole situation blew up just because of, you know, people's ability to get dramatic, you know, and egg each other on and go further, and suddenly you start doing shit that you otherwise never would have done to begin with, and like it's just the nature of like human existence, man.
Yeah, because I was on that stream on Friday. It was a Patreon stream, and then it was just like little by little, and then before I knew it, everyone's just on my stream, and it's just a battle. And I'm like if you look at my facial expression, I think it was the best time was at 1 hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna stay here for a second because I need to say this.
Okay.
Jeff, you obviously have not looked at the leak. You don't know what's in it. There are screen recordings of the entire server from multiple perspectives showing your activity, showing how often you were in there, showing you planning to smear JF with all these other people. There is evidence of you publicly smearing JF. There is evidence of you knowing about Coach Red Pill's docs. There is evidence of Kraut knowing about Coach Red Pill's docs. You have not looked at the leak. You don't know what you're talking about, and you are lying your ass off. And if you had looked at the leak, you would know what was in it, and you would know not to tell those lies because you're just making yourself look stupid, Jeff. Go fuck yourself.
Edgy. I did. Come on, dude.
That was a nice little BTFO.
Within 5 minutes of that being uploaded, I downloaded the leak, and I went through the whole fucking thing. And you can say here on this stream that, yeah, it's there, man. But like, what was leaked about my activity on the server that I said, hey, don't debate JF unless you have a PhD? Oh no. Oh shit.
Well, okay, like Brave.
that just makes sense. That makes fucking sense.
I would say personally, I've reviewed all of the evidence, and everything that Braving Runes just said is supported by the evidence.
How is that? How does the leak of only 3 days of activity, the busiest 3 days ever in that server's history, as far as I know, how does that indicative of a long-term, constant participation in this server? It doesn't prove anything. It's not evidence at all. And
he didn't say long term. He pointed to specific things that you've done. So you've engaged on the Coach Red Pill side. You've recognized this. He's also mentioned that there is evidence of you publicly smearing me. That is true. You deleted the tweets, and I blocked you for this. He's also said that you threatened the CRP. You admit it. So this is all admitted. Essentially, everything that Braving Rune has just listed is basically either admitted directly by you today, or it is in the evidence files that we have. So personally, I'm satisfied that Braving Rune just stated everything that was demonstrably true today.
Do you get exhausted doing these mental gymnastics? I mean, honestly, like you were a science-minded guy, and you were always demanding the evidence. And when he's saying that there is proof that I have long-term been involved in this server and very active, yet it's only a leak of 3 days worth of time. How is that evidence?
I didn't hear the word long-term from him. What I heard is that you were heavily active in the server based on these days, and I can attest that this is true. You've engaged in some of the actions that are being reproached to you that we call doxing. Yes.
May I ask, JF? Okay, so I went through a ton of it today. It was a lot to go through, and I was on a live show today already, and blah blah. Okay, so him being active, is this in the videos or in the pictures? Or on both?
So yeah, I've seen that in the pictures. I haven't reviewed all of the audio and videos, but I don't know about it. I'm satisfied by the pictures personally to state that Jeff has been engaging in passing information about Coach Red Pill that I would personally characterize as doxing.
Whoa! Hang on now. I call bullshit because I went through the same leaks that you did. There are 2 screenshots that I am in. Those 2 screenshots are, hey, Edgy protected his tweets, and hey, don't debate JF unless you have a PhD. That's it for the pictures, bro. No. What do you
deny that? Do you deny that you've brought a Kiwi Farm link about Coach Red Pill?
Don't change the topic. I'm trying to get you to
I'm saying when Braving Rune states that the leaks, and personally I interpret the leaks as meaning the entire documents that were dropped for the last week. The leak does show screenshots of you giving a link to a Kiwi farm saying, oh, I don't know what I should do about it. And you admitted this on the show. So we don't even have to question that truth. You admitted
but that's not what we were talking about, dude. And we've already been through that. That's old news. What I am asking you is...
Oh, my God. We have a special guest.
It's been stated an hour ago that it's old news. It's true.
What
yeah, guys, we have a special guest coming on the show. Oh my God.
Who is it?
It's happening. Everyone, hit like now. Hit like before it
You're
happens.
fucking hit like now.
Fuck it, yeah.
I'm
everyone-
excited.
Yeah, this is great. I love Medicare. I've been watching him since the day that Jeff, you and I watched it after your show and you introduced me.
Oh,
Guys,
YouTube. Yeah, dude.
everyone, this is a definite like moment. We have Jim coming on the show. Fuck
Good.
him. He says he wants to have some laughs. So, oh shit, that's fucking.
He's a fucking force of nature.
He is. So. Oh no! Don't even tell me who's this. Hello.
This is Billy.
Oh, Billy, what's going on, Billy?
Oh, hey, Ellie.
I've been listening to the stream. It's been an interesting conversation between everybody. Is my audio coming through all right?
It's going. Yeah, it's
Very
great.
good.
Yeah.
I've got some great questions. I just love to throw out there as a
Yeah,
more
Billy,
video.
please do, Billy.
So Kraut's this sweet, innocent, lovely individual. We all love Kraut so very much. If this had been some blue-haired SJW cunt that was running a secret fucking internet hideout Discord, running 24-hour ops on Sargon, would you be all singing her praises, saying she's a good girl, just going after Sargon? I want to give her the benefit of the doubt, or would you crucify the bitch?
Oh God, I'd probably crucify the bitch. Yeah.
Andy?
Oh yeah, no, I'd destroy her, and I am crucifying Kraut right now. Fuck him. He fucked up.
I guess one of my other questions too would be, and this is kind of, I don't even. This all seemed to originate with Rage After Storm, and I remember when her race realism or whatever dumb. I don't even watch her fucking shit, but I remember she released her dumb little video, and then I know you did a stream on it with a bunch of people talking about how terrible it was, and I know Jeff, you've mentioned before that, and I think you even brought it up in this stream how you didn't like her, you bullied her off the internet. Do you guys think that helps encourage Kraut in doing what he's doing? I mean, do you think that was like him thinking, well, I'm getting a nod to go out and to do this?
Whoa, okay. Let me explain, and I'll explain. You can watch that stream if you don't believe me. On that stream, we particularly went after her saying that Black people don't have abstract thinking, plus one of her or two of her sources was what Daily Stormer, and then the other one was like some looks like from the web.
You told me all Mexicans love to eat beans. How can you get on her case about bringing up abstract thinking for Black people?
I was fucking making a joke on the Kumite, man. Come on, man. It's the Kumite.
You told me those Mexicans love their beans.
They do love their beans, though. And everyone in the chat, hit one if Mexicans love their beans.
Calm down with the Zeke there, Andy. Holy shit.
Yeah. What was it you said about the Portuguese?
Roofing, fishing, soccer, and church.
I think you mentioned roofing too, like it's some trade.
No, I said that. No, it's called a joke, dude. I was joking around. I was playing it for the lulz.
Well, how do you know Rage wasn't playing it up a little bit? How do you know this wasn't part of her 24-hour ops and she's just fucking you throwing Daily Storm?
Hey, maybe she was. And to be fair, on that stream, I was as polite as possible because I was her friend, and I invited her on this stream. I gave her a link. I messaged her after. I didn't call her any names. I was just like, I'm just questioning this thing that you said and that you used. I didn't bully her off. I wasn't mean to her. If anyone was mean to her, it was other people, because I was being.
Tell me who the other people were, Andy. Name a name.
Well, Jeff, apparently, right?
Oh, Jeff's throwing you under the bus.
I'm not throwing Jeff on the bus. There's proof here. There was proof on the stream already.
Oh my God, Andy, you're crucifying him. What are you doing?
No, shut up, Billy. Billy. Jesus Christ. It feels like I'm in a Medicare video right now and I have to respond to everything.
Can I just say, though, like the state of the... I don't even know who self-identifies as skeptic.
Nobody.
I've noticed the skeptic community seems to have some fucking issues. I mean, it started with the candid shit, right? Where Harmful Opinions got his ass raped by a fucking company, and then nobody had the balls to say that was wrong because they all had contracts. And now you've got this Kilroy event. This blows my mind. You have this Kilroy event where they're non-competes and non-disclosures. Like, wouldn't you guys have learned your fucking lesson?
Oh no, dude, you heard what happened after that, right? I didn't sign those contracts.
Well, I heard Dave Cullen came out and said that we're getting rid of them, but then Base Mama said we're not.
Wait, well, I'm not signing shit. So if the contracts are still there, I'm not going because I ain't signing anything. I didn't hear that. Base Mama said that when?
That's from what I'm understanding. There were still contracts being bounced around.
Well, it looks like I'm taking a vacation somewhere else then next year.
And the weird thing too is, so she was in the server, Kraut server. Her name popped up in there.
Yeah.
Did that have anything to do with the disinvitations that people who were on the hit list, quote unquote?
I brought that up on the Kumite. I saw Millennial Woes on that server. I brought this up on my stream, I think, on Friday too. And it's fishy that he was disinvited from that server. And I don't know, it's making me very apprehensive to even want to go, because why would I go to a free speech event where people are being disinvited? And Base Mama, I thought she would have, I thought she removed those contracts. This is news to me because I ain't signing shit.
No, the contract issue is pretty much negotiable to nothing at this point. Last time I talked to them, they were like, yeah, the fucking contracts don't even fucking matter. We're not even bothering with it anymore. I was like, oh, okay, cool.
So they're dropping them all together?
Yeah, as far as I know, I think they're dropping them all together. The one of the, I'm not really sure which one it was, but one of the right-wing speakers, the far right dudes, he got disinvited because he basically was like, if I come to this event, you have to have a panel on far right identitarianism. And they were like, well, actually, no, we don't. You could bring that up on a panel that you're invited to speak on, but like, no, you can't just like make a panel about far right white identitarianism. And he got really pissed off, and he's like, that's invading my free speech. Fuck you. Bounced. So I don't know.
You're talking about James Alsop. Yeah, what I found weird about that was he wanted to talk about identitarianism, and she said you can't do that. But on the list of panels that were going to be talked about, one of them was identitarianism in Ireland. So if it was not a subject that was going to be broached, why was that already listed for somebody else to be a speaker that was going to be a part of it?
Medicare, I don't know how do you know way more about this shit than I do? I was just like, y'all
go better for you. Why is it that the user, I'm probably going to mispronounce it, Harem Desert, ex-Muslim advocate, social rights fighter, whatever the fuck she is, goes off on me on Twitter for making fun of this stupid contract shit, and then says, "Don't fuck with ex-Muslims. We'll teach you a lesson."
What the fuck?
Then puts up videos talking about how she was an ex-terrorist supporter and all this crazy shit. And then I put up a video mocking it, saying, I'm a gay Jew that loves Israel. Why is this ex-Muslim targeting me? And then she takes it all down. So, like, what the fuck is going on with this event and the people associated with it? Some are in these servers that Kraut's doing weird shit on. People are getting disinvited for asking to be on panels they already had planned. You got people saying they're don't fuck with us. We're coming to get the posse's coming to get you. Like what kind of event is this?
I'll admit this too, dude. I was pretty pissed off. I actually had a little snapping fit towards Dave and Base Mama. The panel, I was supposed to host one panel, and I wanted to do it on comedy and how far is too far. Basically, just how we present our ideas. And then it was turned down. And I was like, but you said I could have any fucking panel I wanted. She's like, no, not that one, though. I was like, all right. And that was my first, like, I don't even know if I want to fucking head to this shit. Then I threw a second panel idea, which I'm not even fucking happy with, which is why Chris is not coming to the fucking Kilroy anymore, who's the dude I do videos with. Because we're doing it on, is SJW, like, are they toxic in society? Which is like, I don't even give a fuck about SJW stuff right now at this particular moment, because, you know, it's been talked about like tons of times. I'd rather talk about humor and comedy. So I've been venting about this on my live shows recently. And yeah, these questions that you're bringing up are good, man.
Well, Billy? I thought the thing that caught my attention was what happened at Tim Pool. Like, I don't think of him as like right or left even. I just think of him as just kind of like the guy with the camera and shit. And, you know, he brought up his concerns about the contracts. And that's how I encountered that Harem Desert chick and a few other people that actually went in there and said, You're putting my life at danger. You're a dangerous bad ally. How dare you not sign these contracts? And I'm like, what kind of fucking reaction is that? Like, I wouldn't be wanting to be signed paperwork saying that I'm locked into a 16-month non-compete. That's fucking insane.
I think here's my prediction. Chris and I had this prediction. This is our first event they ever ran, right? You have Based Mama and the other person who's helping her, I think Sister Danger or something. I just think this is just inexperience right now. It's just tons of inexperience. They're worried that there's going to be, like trouble there. Security.
Well, of course they must be worried. If half the fucking fundraising, $40,000 is going to security. I mean, don't get me wrong. I know you guys have audiences, but you're fucking YouTubers. What do you need like black ops on scene for to protect you? You're going to have a SWAT team or something?
Oh, I didn't plan any of this shit, by the way.
I'm trying to make the breakdown on $40K going to security and administrative fees. I have a feeling $10 is going towards security and $39,990 is going towards administrative fees.
I think these questions, I've had a lot of questions, and especially the contract thing is what really broke it for me. But then now, obviously, they said they removed the contracts, but now you're saying that they're still there. I have fucking questions. I sort of just was like, I enjoyed VidCon and wanted to see my friends again. It'd be nice to just chat on a panel. That's about the extent of what I know of what was happening.
I'm going there to drink a fucking beer with Count Dankula.
Yeah, smoke weed, have some fun, hang out. I don't care. You know what I mean? And now it's become this fucking shit show with contracts and no, you can't have this panel. And I'm the most angry actually about not having anyone from the alt-right there. Like, that's ridiculous.
There.
There's one guy, I think. There's only one alt-righter there.
I think there might be two now. I'm not sure.
Didn't the founder of Gab bounce out too? He said he had issues with it. Andrew, whatever his name is.
That guy's got fucking anger issues, man. He really does. He's spurred out on me so bad on Twitter several times. Of course, I mean, probably shouldn't throw shade. Like, I spurred out on Twitter too, so yeah.
Well, no, I don't know, man. It's the reactions. Again, the thing that caught my eye was Tim Pool just saying like, "Hey, I've got questions about the contracts because I find them weird." And like the blowback he got being called like dangerous and a bad ally felt like just really, really.
Who said that?
Harem Desert, who's friends with Based Mama. This is somebody that was like, and then, so this is like the weird shit I'm talking about. And then Based Mama released a video saying, like, "Oh, you have a problem with the security? Well, I'm doing it because of this." And she points to her like kid running around playing in the background. Are you bringing your fucking children to this thing? Like, I thought this was just some fucking speech event that adults were going to.
What the fuck, man? What?
I mean,
what? Can I invite Based Mama into this?
Yeah, bring her in because I'd love an explanation.
I'll send her a fucking link because now, fucking Christ, this is what happens when you smoke too much weed and you don't pay attention to shit. All right, guys, this is a warning to you guys. All right, I'm gonna message her. Grab the link.
Billy coming in and disrupted the stream.
Lots of questions about Kilroy. Wait, so yeah, okay, Jim, man. Those are decent questions, man.
The one question that's really burning into my mind that I really need an answer from her for is, how many ball pits are you guys going to have?
6.
6?
Yeah.
I actually did look this up. We're actually going to have 2. One of which is going to be it's going to be sprayed with an anti-resistant wet spray for anybody who has to like have an accident and shit. It'd be good. Very absorbent towels at the bottom too.
Well, that's good to know. Which one's exclusively going to be used by Sargon for his meet and greet?
That's the question. That's the question.
Oh,
fucking that Photoshop with Sargon and his bare ass in the ball pit thing. Fucking, I lost my shit at that. Oh my god.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I don't know. I was having the apprehensions. It started when Millennial Woes, I think. Or no, who was the first alt-writer who's like they didn't invite me?
From what I understood, it was also, but it could have been other.
Yeah, I think it was also, and then it was Millennial Woes. That's when I was actually in here with Chris, and I'm like, you can't call this a free speech event. It should be called an anti, whatever event or a skeptic event or some bullshit. Because free speech just means anyone. And I think, look, I've had some alt-writers on my shows recently. I have a show with SJWs. I'm friends with everyone, fucking like pretty much in the middle. I like everyone's point of view. I don't agree with everyone's point of view, but I like listening. And it's fucking bullshit. We're gonna like head there and go, oh, feminism's fucking shit. Like everyone knows it's shit. Like what? Like the alt-right stuff too. A lot of them, not the white nationalists, in my opinion, but like just like alt-writers talking about certain things I agree with. Like there's certain stats where I'm like, yeah, that's a stat I can't disagree with. And then it's the white nationalism thing where I'm like, okay, you just lost me there. But I think
literally confirmed.
What?
You're literally Hitler confirmed.
Yeah, exactly. See, and here's the point is people have been shitting on me. Oh, Andy, you shouldn't have alt-writers on your show. Like, what the fuck are you even talking about? So we should only do, oh, fuck Black Lives Matter and feminism and all this bullshit. I'm sick of that shit. I want to hear everyone's fucking point of view. Look, fuck, I was even talking to Chris today. I'm like, yo, we should fucking interview Richard fucking Spencer. Like, or Tara McCarthy. And I think she's watching this right now. Yeah, but here's the thing is, I know you could say, oh God, like I wouldn't even talk to those people, but getting into their mind.
I was just thinking if you're going to talk to Tara McCarthy, you might need flashcards.
But yeah, she like I want to fucking expand everything, and Kilroy just at this moment right now, and Base Mama, hope you're watching this, hope you show up, by the way. It sounds like a fucking circle jerk to me, and the contracts is what definitely lost me at first. At first, I'm like, whatever, my friends are going to be there at least. It's not a free speech event, in my opinion. But then the contracts where I'm like, get what? Like, I don't plan on doing any work around fucking Arizona for 16 months. My
question for you is, were you getting paid to speak there? Because I think part of the you're not supposed to disclose financial information in the NDAs and the non-competes was related to the payment each speaker got. Is that true?
Well, here's the fucking thing. And oh, dude, now that you bring this up, this was also part of my issue. I believe there are people being paid to go there. Not me. Even though Chris and I were fucking hammered at VidCon, and we were the ones at that fucking lobster place who said in front of Sister Danger, we should have our own event. And then they heard me and Chris talking about this and ran with it. And now I ain't being paid. And now I'm hearing whispers of other people being paid. Bitch, I'm flying from fucking Canada. I need to. This is fucking gay, man.
Well, while we're waiting for Base Mama, I had a couple of questions to ask Jeff, just based on a couple things he said, because I'm kind of curious.
Sure, man, go for it.
With the Kiwi Farm shit that had CRP's information up there, you said you shared it with a couple people in different DM messages. Were those people were those people in Kraut's server, or were those people outside of his server, like different people?
Oh, outside of his server. I mean, one of the people in it was even Aiden Paladin, who's more on like she's like friends with JF and things like that. Like,
oh yeah. No, I know who Aiden is. I heard her cry for 3 fucking hours. Andy, learn to use a mute button next time. Holy shit,
dude! I get hard when I hear fucking women cry, man.
I was gonna fucking drink bleach about an hour and a half into that. Like, I came to listen to JF and Kraut go at it, and Aiden was just going off for 3 hours.
Hey, next time, jump into the chat. You're always invited, because everyone just shouts Jim every time I have a Worski live.
Right.
Right.
And the other thing, Jeff, I wanted to ask, and this is a bit more serious. When JF's video got pulled down, I tweeted about it, and you seem to have a pretty petty remark about it. Like, you didn't give a shit.
Yeah, no, I did. I said I was a fucking salty, angry bitch about it. Yeah.
Because, I mean, I remember you guys, not just you, but a lot of people, when Tariq Nasheed was false flagging people's shit, like acting like this is a big deal, we need to fight back against it.
Yeah, he false flagged my shit too.
Yeah. No, I get you. I mean, what is the love lost between you and JF exactly?
So where that came from, what that came from was I made this this video about Terry McCarthy, and he claimed that I strawmanned her, and he sent me a tweet. This actually started. This is the dumbest reason for this to start, and this is actually probably evidence for why I need to, like, I don't know, behave better on Twitter, maybe. But he kind of sent me something a little passive aggressive, kind of snarky about it on Twitter, and I answered disproportionately mean, and that ended up with him and me on the Drunken Peasants, and we kind of had it out there for a little bit. It just kind of escalated, and then it calmed down, and we actually had a pretty good dialogue for a little bit. But as this whole bullshit was amping up over the past week, and I was slowly but surely getting dragged more and more into it, yeah, it just blew up, and eventually I just got pissed off.
And you know, like the thing that gets me is like I understand like at least the proposed purpose of Kraut's initial Discord, which was we're going to fight race realism. But you know, looking at the hit list or whatever the fuck they called this stupid thing, it seemed like just alt-righters or people that would be professed to be alt-righters or grouped into the alt-right. You saw a lot of names that really rang a bell, you know, as far as being that. I don't know. I mean, is the SJW shit drying up? Are we seeing like these anti-SJW content creators trying to shift to a new target? Because that's kind of what it feels like to me.
No, fucking absolutely. No, that's been happening to fucking everybody. That's honestly one of the reasons why this genre of like video making has kind of started like collapsing on itself, and people are finding different niche ways in which to do their videos. Like I just went back to fighting pseudoscience. Yeah, it just the well dried up, and maybe people like spurred out about it a little too hard and did a bunch of dumb shit. I mean, I've done my fair share of like pretty stupid shit, you know.
So I mean, doesn't it come on like this is like watching this Kraut shit go on? I don't know. It just seems fucking suicidal. It seems like it just started with him getting pissed off that people were calling him about the Rage After Storm shit, and like he wanted to take a swing back. But then like seeing all the people that are involved and how this is a big fucking production.
No, this goes back. This goes back way further than that. No, way further.
What fucking blows my mind is though. I mean, I've seen Kraut's forum posts like from his alternate accounts talking about how Muslims are basically calling them like sand niggers and shit, and saying how they should be exterminated. And like some of the fucking shit he's saying is like the stuff that he would be calling out in his videos about race realists and the alt right.
I actually haven't seen those ones. Is that
you could there are threads up on stuff like 4pol and 8pol, Kiwi Farms, Kyle Thread. I'm sure ED will update their article. It's a lot of shit. They linked it from an old name that he used on Steam, and then when they found the forum account, they found a picture of him smoking. From what I understand, that shows that yeah, that's him, and they're back from like 2014. Just saying all sorts of really crazy shit. So I mean, it's just looking at like that stuff, and then looking at some of the people involved, and like understanding SJW content is kind of drying up. It just seems fucking disingenuous. It seems like the whole framing of the argument of we want to go after race realists because we really disagree with it is more like we want to make bucks on YouTube and we need a new target to try to swing at.
Oh, to be honest with you, I will attest as well as I know for the situation. I really don't think any of it was motivated by money or like trying to do like a popularity thing. Because honestly, making videos against the alt-right is not the way to get popular on YouTube. No fucking way. It's just inviting into a giant heaping shit. Right? A lot of it too, and like so those forum posts, and that's kind of an interesting thing too. Is like if you go back to what Kraut was doing a year ago. And prior to that, you had all this crazy immigration going into Europe. You've got copious amounts of fucking terrorist attacks, and there's gang rapes everywhere, arsons, all sorts of shit. And Kraut would get really fucking pissed off. He'd be, sitting in Germany, seeing his country like getting torn the fuck apart. And he'd be fucking drunk, and he'd, vent on Twitter. And he'd say shit that later he'd have to apologize for, because he's like, holy shit, that was really fucked up what I said. But that's like the context of it, and I think maybe in some ways the anger towards that mass immigration shit did end up kind of shifting over towards the alt-right. Why? Not really sure. But I will say, like, from knowing the guy for as long as I have, I don't think any of it was bred out, at least initially, out of any kind of disingenuity. I really don't think so.
Hey, what's your take on The thing that really caught my attention on this, and the reason I decided to make a video, is some of the cringy fucking quotes that are coming from it. What's your take on the fucking phrase "YouTube scientist"?
Oh. Yeah, there's quite a few of those out there for sure. There's quite a few YouTube scientists.
Because hearing that is the most autistic shit. It sounds like fucking internet lawyer to me. I got your side of this. I'm curious. JF, are you there?
Yep.
Can you give me your take on the love loss between you and Jeff? I mean, he had mentioned it was kind of what did you say? It was a response to a Tara McCarthy video?
It was.
Yeah, I mean,
he and I responded pretty shittily, and that just escalated.
So the first contact I had with Jeff was from a live stream. Someone sends me, and I don't know anything about Jeff Holiday. All I know is that I know his name because I've seen many big videos with Jeff Holiday on it. I've seen that he was on The Drunken Peasant, but I haven't watched the episodes. And someone on my live stream sends me a video he made about Tara McCarthy, and my first tweet to him was really in my mind, in my intent. It was just a question. I was like, "Hey, you accused Tara McCarthy of XXX. Can you give me the timestamp or something? Because I don't see the proof that she did that." So it was really a question. Maybe it was passive aggressive. At least that's what he's saying today. So he interpreted it as a passive aggressive thing, and in response, he insulted my talent, my capabilities as an academics, and suggested that I didn't become a scientist because I didn't have the talent to, when in fact I voluntarily left my job. So that was what brought us on The Drunken Peasants, and I have to say, from my perspective, up to there, it was a WWE type fight between us. Personally, I was having fun, and throughout The Drunken Peasants, we were having fun throughout. And in fact, Jeff has said very complimentary thing about what I was saying on the Drunken Peasant episode. So as far as I'm concerned, the tension that was there was a WWE type kayfabe, just for the fun thing. Now, for some reason, and I don't even know why, Jeff started tweeting stuff that to me was not fun anymore, about my past love relationships and about anything he could find to smear me based on that story that I told him, that I told him about on The Drunken Peasant. And from that, I considered that Jeff was engaging in Twitter abuse, and I've blocked him. That's pretty much my story.
Okay, can I? Since this is WWE, let me drop a shoulder from the top ropes. Because Jeff did respond with bringing something up. I have no idea what it is, but Jeff, I'd like your take on it since it's out there in the fucking public specter, or public arena. Jeff, I'm paraphrasing because the tweet's deleted, but you said essentially, JF is the guy that had to have the state intervene because he was too busy fucking retards. What the fuck is that about?
So are you asking Jeff or me?
I'm asking you because I don't know any of this backstories, and I want to get your take on what the fuck what's being put out there.
Oh, so when maybe a year or two ago, 2 years ago, I fell in love with a woman who was mentally retarded. She had autism, and her father disagreed with her choice to live with me, to become my fiance and to have a baby with me. So we lived together a few months, and since her father was disagreeing with our relationship, he intervened by going to what we call in the United States a ex parte probate hearing, which is a judiciary hearing in which you are found to be mentally incapable of making decisions as an adult in your absence. So
how old was she?
She was 19 years old.
Okay, so she was an adult.
She had to leave her parents and to live with me, and she had decided to start a family with me. She was found in this proceeding that violates the United States Constitution in her absence to have no rights, and her father violently kidnapped her after and is still detaining her, and it was against her will. She was screaming, and she was just took. Yeah.
Jesus, that's so sad, man.
Yeah,
from autism, like how bad was the autism?
Jesus, Andy.
I'm just saying, like, imagine you're like, no, Dad, like, I'm good.
What kind of
man.
fucking question is that? Here's this heartbreaking story. So how retarded was she?
No, I'm just saying because you're saying like that she was trying to explain to everyone like I don't want to go, right? But what level like do you hit where the government's like, no, sorry, you can't do that?
Well, when the person is in front of the policeman, and the policeman was not involved in her kidnapping, the policeman came weeks before, and he's asking her, "Are you happy here?" And she's like, "Yeah, I'm super happy. Please leave me alone. We're having a fantastic life, and it's okay that you guys care, but I'm okay. I'm doing good, and I'm happy." If she can state this, and without any sort of pressure, why would you take that person away?
And that's my point. And hey Jim, that's why I asked that question. Everyone's like, "Holy fuck, Andy, Jesus Christ!" No, the reason is because I'm just picturing her not being able to speak to the court or the police officer or whoever. You know what I mean? But if she's saying, "I'm happy," you know, I know people with autism and they're like able to speak and stuff, and it's great. It's fine. So if I was just asking, how autistic was she? Was she able to even fucking?
First the Mexican thing and now this. You're really on a roll, man.
Yo, listen.
She was a very special person, and she had a way to communicate with the world that needed lots of attention. You needed to understand her. You needed to understand that she's gonna be delayed in the way she interacts, but when you waited for her to speak, and sometimes it could take 5 more seconds than a normal person, but when you waited, she showed that she had something inside of her that was very high IQ. She had very high intelligence, but it was trapped in a brain that was functioning very differently. But the problem with these officers and with this intimidation that she's been the victim of, because once she got kidnapped by her father, she got passed through the state system of psychologists who tried to convince her that she got raped. And the problem is faced with that kind of intimidation. Even a normal 19-year-old girl might be intimidated into finding that she was raped. Even her, with her mental disabilities, she didn't get convinced that I was a rapist, and she kept telling these people, and as far as I know, is still telling these people that they took her against her will and that she was never raped by me. She consented to every step, and she, as far as I know, she would have liked to live with me still. Now, I moved on with my life because she's been kidnapped, really, by the state of Texas and hidden from me. But it's a sad thing, and it's a sad thing to see Jeff insult me about this whole story on Twitter.
And JF, I'm sorry. I'm reading the chat and Jim's reaction. I wasn't trying to be insensitive. I'm more like I was asking in a way where I'm just trying to understand how could the courts like see what she's saying or hear what she's saying and go, no, sorry. And I wasn't trying to be insensitive, and I apologize if I sound. I have no filter in the way I ask things. Sometimes a little bit fucked up. So
merely insulted by the tweets of Jeff. You guys are laughing at it, and it's a funny situation. It's funny in a dark way, and I don't mind about this. I totally live with it. I will live with it for the rest of my life. But to ask a reminder on Twitter every time you take stance on a political position, and you get Jeff Hollandaise saying on Twitter, "Oh yeah, but he fucked a retard, so he must be wrong about this or he must be wrong about that." Like, what the
I never tweeted that. I have to say your selective outrage is pretty interesting, but I already apologized for the tweets. They were shitty tweets. They were bad tweets. I was drunk and I was pissed off, and yeah.
The other thing I wanted to ask you, Jeff, this is I think, what's the alien guy's name that is in Kraut server? Yeah, Zeph kept throwing out something else too, and I wanted to get your take on it. You advocated for pedophilia shit. I don't know where that's coming from. What exactly is he going on about?
Okay, so while we were all on the escalation of this whole Kraut thing, Zeph was becoming a member of the Kraut team, and he came to my stream. And on my stream, I will take and I will speak to anyone. So I took this random guy who was Zeph, who I didn't know was associated with Kraut, and he tried to trap me into backing pedophilia. So he tried to say something positive about pedophilia. Of course, I'm shielded against that kind of attempt because I know that my streams are public and I will not say something for pedophilia. But he tried to trap me by saying, well, could you provide an evolutionary advantage to pedophilia? How could you explain it from a biological perspective? And I gave my explanation. And of course, what does he do? He cuts the audio, tries to smear me later by saying that I advocated for pedophilia, which I haven't. But everyone has looked at the audio, and so I don't care. I know that the artist will listen to the entire audio, and that I will be found non-guilty by anyone who listens to it.
So he selectively edited it then?
No, he didn't even selectively edit it. He put it out there in complete form. But if you listen to the whole thing, you will see that it's not an advocation for pedophilia. So
he's just
but he misrepresented it when he appeared live on the streams.
Yeah, and a lot of people will just hear what someone says and go, "Oh, I assume since he's posting the whole video that he must have said that."
Exactly. Right? That's what he was looking for. He thinks that he can state things in a live stream and then hope that no one looks at the evidence, but people will look. I know that.
Jeff?
What's up?
Well, yeah, no, Jeff wasn't the one that brought that up. That was Zeph.
Oh, Zeph! Oh, Zeph, sorry, it rhymed. I apologize, Jeff.
No, he never brought that up.
All right. I just assumed since you had
Fred was back. Hey, I want some fucking internet blood sports. Jeff, Coach, you guys want to go in?
No, I had a couple of cigarettes. I'm good. Thanks, Jim.
Sure, because the chat sure love that shit.
I bet they did. They liked watching him bitch out.
Run. You know, of course, sometimes, you know.
Why did you run? Why did you leave me?
What?
A lot of people were DMing me like, why the fuck is he running? Looks suspicious, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, yeah, whatever. No, I went to get a couple of cigarettes, and I went and got a drink. I'm not wasted, though.
Okay, well, welcome back.
No, I'm okay because Andy's stunned into silence.
No, I'm reading something. Sorry, I was reading something. My bad.
At Kilroy, are you two going to be thrown down at? Because I will skip Sargon's hour of.
Well, first of all, I'm not going to be going to Kilroy because I don't think that there's going to be a Kilroy. Not with the way things are going.
I think it's still going to happen, man.
Yeah, it's
I
still
hope so. I hope so because I think that Dave Cullen is a terrific guy, and
he's amazing. I love him. Yeah,
he's an amazing guy. I really respect his work. I really respect his content, and he himself as a person seems just really terrific. Much better than any of us here on this live stream, to tell you the truth. And so
he said that even he was disappointed about the contract things, and then when he made a video, he said the contracts were removed. So I DM'd him. I'm like, awesome, but now. Jim here is saying apparently that they're back on, and I can't sign those things. I just don't feel like I have.
That's what I was hearing after Cullen had said that people were still stating there were still NDAs and non-competes. Did Base Mama say she was coming on?
I messaged her and I got nothing. Nothing. Wonder if Dave
is answered the stuff thing.
I mean, look. As much as I'm pissed off about Kilroy, about certain aspects of it, I'm going to see my friends and have a good time. So that's why I'm going to head. If I have to sign those contracts to be, a speaker there, then fuck that. I'm not going to do that. But I still want to see my friends.
Do I have to buy tickets if I wanted to go to Kilroy as a guest to watch this?
I think so.
Why would I have to buy tickets fully funded?
Ooh. Like, how do you think of these questions? May I ask you, I want to pick your brain for a second, Mr. Mediger. How do you fucking find an angle where you make everyone go, Huh. All right. I didn't think of that.
Well, I mean, if you raise 85 grand to put on this giant exposition of free speech, and you've got security and administrative, the speakers are paid, the hotel rooms are rented.
Speakers are paid. I'm not paid though.
Why am I paying to get in the door? Who's getting that money?
Yeah.
Why am I not being paid? Why do I have to fly from fucking Canada? I'm the third person on the fucking list.
Fuck going to Kilroy. Maybe I'll do my own. Make some good bank. It looks like Base Mama is making good bank between the funds that they raised and the.
Fucking the amount of money it is. Apparently, from what I've heard, and obviously I don't know much because everything's coming out now, but yeah, it sounds really expensive. And then to answer your question, Medicare, about the security being 40,000, just to have. What's his face? Ben Shapiro speak at Berkeley.
At a university. You're going to a hotel. No. The university is using the
Fair enough. Okay,
to
you win. You win.
I just want to make sure. Are you trying to say that fucking I don't even know. Pick somebody off the list.
Some black guy.
Which one?
He needs
Are you trying to say some black guy needs the same amount of attention and security that fucking Ben Shapiro needs?
No, what I'm saying is,
in fact, did Sargon of a God put on This Week in Stupid Live and get a huge audience? How much do you think he spent on security? Nothing, I bet. I saw that he has videos up on his channel where he's got people speaking in front of a room full of people.
I wanted to have it in California, but they kept refusing me. I said it a million times, and I was like, fine, we'll have it in Arizona, because they think that California would be a lot more dangerous.
Why
which
did they do it in Vegas?
Because it makes sense.
To do it in Vegas.
They're picking a state that's a little bit more conservative because they're afraid that if we do it in LA, then there'd be like more a possibility of Antifa or people causing shit. So
yeah, but in Vegas, man, you've got like tons of security, and it's a party town. It's fun. I mean, what can you do in Phoenix except I don't know, die of old age? What do they do in Phoenix? They don't do shit.
Well, you're thinking more like Peoria if you want to go golfing with 90-year-olds. I'm not sure about Phoenix. Maybe you'll get accosted by Miles, and he'll mistake you for a gardener and shoot you. I don't know.
A scooter? What do you call the scooter for fat people?
That would be a rascal scooter.
Yeah. Get assaulted by a 300-pounder. Maybe Boogie 2988 is going to be there and kick our asses.
a failure accomplished said, how did security work in Vegas last time?
That's a good point.
Oh God. Too soon.
Nah, it's been a few weeks, some months, or whatever.
Okay, security, from what I heard, was comped, so it should be good.
God, Jesus. I don't know, man. Would you head, Jim?
Would I go to some fucking event with YouTube? No, I'm not going to go. Fucking videos on YouTube. Do you think I'm going to fly out to Phoenix and pay $20 at the door to hear the same shit in a 20-minute video? No. Okay, you get a little kill yourself, champ. I'm sorry. No, I'm not going to fly across the country to listen to you talk for 10 minutes.
Come on, man. No, I'm just kidding.
Are there going to be whores? Is there going to be drugs and alcohol?
They're going to be fat ones, like 300-pounders. Yeah, that kind of hooker. That's what they have in Phoenix. That's how they roll.
Yeah, Jim, it would be nice. We could have butt sex babies.
Yeah, butt sex babies. Take over the world.
That's hilarious, dude. I don't know. So you think it's dumb then?
Do I think it's dumb to go to a convention that are going to be people saying the same shit they say in videos that I could watch for free while sitting on my ass eating Oreos? Yeah, I think it is.
I have no argument against that. Fair enough. I want to see my friends and me.
Now, are people going to show up? Of course. If you go look at Sargon's This Week in Stupid thing, he had like a fucking room full of people for that. So I'm sure you guys are going to get an audience.
Oh wait! By the way, that image that you're using, that's an anti-bullying image.
That's right. That was the anti-bully.
Oh fuck! Someone just tweeted me that. Okay, that's genius. I thought it was just a random cartoon. Cool. Yeah. Well, again, like fans want to meet and stuff, and that's gonna be cool or whatever. Obviously, you're already a YouTuber who says a bunch of shit anyway on YouTube, so you're used.
Hey, Andy, are you gonna charge them for a meet and greet?
No, of course not.
Okay.
Why? Why would I do that? I would never do that. No, fuck that.
Why not? Yeah,
I would.
Tara Mongo does that, doesn't she? Don't all the big YouTubers do that?
I would never do that. No, totally not.
YouTubers with like millions of fucking subs and shit. None of us are big enough for like any of that crap.
Well, not you. I'm talking about to Andy.
Why me? Why are you like looking at me? Like, why are you pointing at me for that?
Well, you're gonna be a star, man, aren't you?
What are you fucking? Well, this is weird. No, dude. I would never charge someone to meet me. That's ridiculous.
Okay.
I hung out with fans like at restaurants and bars and shit when I was at VidCon. I didn't care.
Yeah.
Yeah. One fan pissed me the fuck off. I had to tell him to fuck off in front of everyone.
That girl, the hairy girl. What's her name?
No, no, it was some dude with like long hair. He was.
No, fuck that. Actually, now that you bring that up, I have to ask this, Andy. That the crazy haired chick.
Oh,
Oh god.
Okay. Please explain this to me.
Yeah.
Were you really that much of a cuck that you heard somebody tell you this bitch is on your computer logging into your shit and you didn't fucking
whoa! I instantly told Chris to grab the laptop, and he did that.
Oh, okay, who was it that didn't instantly do it? Was it Chris?
Well, I was in the bathroom. I came out. She was using the laptop. I pulled him outside the room. I'm like, take her the fuck off my laptop. And then he went and he's like, why? I'm like, do it. And then he did it. And then that's when I went to meet Franny. And then fucking she showed up.
Here's the interesting part to me. Why did you need to take him out of the hotel room and tell him to take
It was uncomfortable. There were so many people there, and I don't want to seem like I'm being paranoid. At that, hang on. At that point, she was cool the entire time. Like at that point, I had no, but still, she was on my fucking laptop. If I had any sketchy behavior from her from before that, she wouldn't even be in my fucking room. But I wouldn't even let a good friend of mine, besides Chris, obviously, be on my laptop. Like I'd be sketched
Then
up.
why did you leave the room while she was on your
I
computer?
was taking a piss, and Chris let her use the laptop. I
Yeah,
was
but then
taking
you
a
came
piss,
back.
and then I walked out. Like
Uh-huh.
I walk out, and then I asked,
Right.
and then I'm leaving to meet Franny, and I'm like, yo, why is she on my laptop? And then he took her off the laptop.
So did you scrub your passwords after that? Because I'd be paranoid as shit if somebody.
Yeah. I changed fucking everything, man.
So
everything. She was on it. He said she was on it for 2 minutes, and she had uploaded some photos. And he said he was standing near her, and he's like, I didn't see her go on a browser or anything. I'm like, I don't care. I don't want her on my computer. And then 2 days later, when all that shit with Blair White happened, he was like, you're fucking right. You were right about that. And then I told him, well, don't let anyone on her fucking computer. I would, the moment I saw her even looking at my screen, no matter who it fucking was, get the fuck off it. And I asked him, why'd you let her on it? He's like, oh, she has to upload. It was the footage because she had filmed the Anita panel.
Yeah,
Right?
so have any of you had any contact with her after that, or did she fuck off?
Yep, I have a recent because she was talking shit about me on a podcast. So I'm like, all right, come on to my show or whatever, and we'll talk about what you're talking about, what you're accusing me of, which is me lying basically about everything. So I was like, all right, hop on the show, and she's like, no, I don't want you to make super chats or whatever. And then she's like, come on my show. I'm like, you have 100 views per video. No, I will not enter your 100 view per video fucking channel to appease you like at all. That's fucking bullshit. So she's trying to find a neutral channel. And then she sent me, let me see. I don't even know who the fuck this guy is, but where is she? I didn't even respond to her because it's silliness. Where is this crazy here? Fucking so many DMs. Oh my god.
What are you gonna do if she buys a ticket to Kilroy?
Fucking fuck right off. I don't even want to. I wouldn't even say hi to her. I would just walk right past her. Fuck that.
That's kind of rude, isn't it, Andy?
Yeah, it is rude, and I don't give a fuck. She's crazy. She recorded my friends in their hotel room. She showed up at a fucking private conversation I was having. She fucking apparently was recording people. I don't even want to say this part, actually. Like, this part's not my thing to say. And then there was all this other shit. And even besides all the creepy shit, she was a fucking bitch. She was really rude to a lot of people, and she was very snappy. Like, imagine, I joked around with her at a certain point, because I'm a dick sometimes. When I'm comfortable around people, I'll start bashing people. So I said something along the lines of, I don't know what it was. Something along the lines of, oh, you're an idiot for doing that. But as a joke, obviously. Something along those lines. And she went fucking off on me. And I'm like, I'm fucking kidding. Relax. And she's like, oh. And she had that like,
So she recorded shit without your guys' permission, without you knowing it.
Yeah, and then she was actually, no, it was on Shoe on Head. It was that big stream where we were all yelling at her and people were like, you dogpiled her, even though I don't care. I was just angry. She admitted it. And then she's like, I won't delete it. She's like, I won't delete it.
Say it was wrong of her to record stuff when you weren't aware that she was doing it.
Huh?
I'd say you would say it was wrong of her to record you guys like that when you're not aware that she's doing it.
Okay, where's this going?
I'm just curious. What's your answer?
Yes.
Yeah. So when Bunty King took a picture of no bullshit when he was sleeping, was that wrong too?
Well, he was in the middle of the floor in a public space.
But he wasn't aware, was he?
No, yeah, you're right. You're right. Okay, fair enough.
Just curious. Just throw that out there. I'm trying to keep the stream going. I'm waiting for Base Mamo.
Yeah, no, fair enough. But you're in a public spot, not in a hotel room. You're at VidCon. If you're sitting in the audience at VidCon and people, like everyone, no one knew that he was hiding his face. He has a whole channel with his face on it as well. So he was completely fine with showing his face.
You guys videos with your voice.
He also hit like on the photo when it was released and was like, LOL, and he responded to it. He didn't care. If he had written, take it down immediately. It was what? 6 months later, 5 months later, when he was like, never mind, I don't want that up there. That's doxing. After you hit like, you commented on the photo, he posted the photo himself.
Oh, wait, yeah, some people are saying she recorded the audio outside of the room.
Yeah, like she stood outside the door and like.
So she was in a public spot when she did it.
Oh, come on, get out of here. That's semantics.
No, right? She's in the public spot recording the audio.
Yeah.
Okay,
totally.
fine. Okay, but
what? It's cool when Bunty does it, but when Crazy Hair Girl, whatever the fuck her name is, then it's not okay.
First of all, if you can't see the difference between a floor at VidCon and a guy hitting like on the photo and commenting on it, and a girl in a hotel room who was asked to leave for half an hour recording the conversation, like there's a big difference there. You have to admit that at least.
Yeah, but I love uncomfortable situations, so I'm having fun.
I know you're having fun, and I have to explain myself. But there is a big difference between those two things, in my opinion.
Dubson in your chat doesn't seem to like this. Dubson, fuck off. I love it. I'm enjoying every second of it.
Oh. Do you enjoy just like do you hate me?
No. Hey, did you see the Monday Matt stream I went on?
Just fucking with me? No. Why?
I went on a stream and I had him talk about Candid for half an hour.
Oh, really? so yeah, because you seem that you just enjoy to like every fucking stream you've been on, you just fucking pick apart at the person that's on the stream. It's brilliant. It's hard when you're the guy being picked apart. I'll admit that.
Well, yeah, but you have.
What?
I think he cut out.
Who, me or
Oh, yeah, you were cutting out. I couldn't hear what you're saying.
Oh, okay. Forget about it. You know, the conversation moved on.
Hang on, Layman wants to come in?
It's hard. Layman, definitely. It's hard to hear with your mouth.
I will pop out if you want to bring in some more people. I just had a few questions. I thought Base Mama would show up because I was really curious about the Kilroy thing, but I don't think she's going to come. I'm guessing.
No, probably not.
Not with you
Thanks
around.
for showing up, bud, and fucking try to corner me. I appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome. You guys have a good. You guys have a good rest of your night.
Yeah, man. Peace out, bud.
Yep, take it easy.
Bye.
Later, dude.
Bye.
Jeez, it's so fucking hard to answer that guy's questions, man. It's getting all nervous. Layman, let's get Layman in here. He has to. Is his DMs open? No, his DMs aren't open. So, Layman, follow me. I'll follow you back. Here, I'll follow Layman. Follow me, and then yeah. But dude, there's a fucking difference between sitting at the floor at VidCon and liking a photo, commenting on it, and then going outside someone's hotel room and fucking recording the conversation. And Coach Red Pill is trying to jump on it like, oh, you'll see, he makes a point there. Fucking Coach Red Pill, you couldn't even stay in the stream and answer Jeff's or the accusation that was brought up against you. So don't even fuck with me.
It was my impression that he did address the accusations before leaving. He just left, but he addressed what he had to address.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, fair enough.
I think he just left because he had a certain level of frustration. That's why he went to drink, and I think he regrets leaving so abruptly. That's why he came back, and I'm happy to see that he was okay.
Cool. Hey, Jeff, you're cutting out, man. Try leaving, coming back in. Is Layman commenting on the chat though?
There you go. I hope
is
that
Layman, yeah, that works. Is Dr. Layman in the chat and wants to come in? Is that what's happening? I don't know. Like, people are saying, yo, they want, like, a Layman wants in, but maybe it's just people wanting Layman in. I don't know. Mr. Medicare, man, that guy. Whenever he asks a question, you're just like, wait, where's this going? Oh, great. Ouija STI is in here. I get to fucking block you. Oh, yeah. Hate that fucking cunt from the Kumite. You like that, you bitch? Banned. I don't care if anyone says I'm a fag or anything. It's just that one particular person. That should be fag 100 times. Anyway, he wanted to on Twitter. Oh, let me message. Oh, there we go. Come on. I've never talked to him before. I enjoy his videos. He's an interesting fellow. Whoops. Whoa. That was fucking not what I wanted to do. Is it still working? Hello?
Hello?
Okay, cool. I thought I just fucked everything up. How do you think that video is going to go tomorrow, Medicare, man?
I think you said Wednesday. So, like
Wednesday? Okay, cool.
Yeah. Can't wait.
I think it's going to be a big, huge, entertaining mess of drama.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, it's a Medicare video. Like, you kind of have to expect it's going to be like every other Medicare video. It's going to be savage. It's going to be raw. Embarrassing for some people. Might be embarrassing for me, but it's still going to be a good video. It's Jim.
Okay, Layman should be in here in a second because he followed me back. Yeah, Jim is great, and I wonder if he's going to put me asking that rude question to JF. But JF, I wasn't trying to be a fucking dick. All right.
I didn't interpret it at all. I know that the internet sometimes judge people harder on that question than myself. If I bring this subject on the public space, first, it's because it has to do with freedom. It has to do with the freedom of people who are judged as handicapped by society to make choices for themselves. That's the reason I bring it, and I'm totally fine if it gets commented on. What I really don't like is if it's used for emotional manipulation and for literally dismissing other arguments that have nothing to do with that.
Yeah, because it's just a question. I forgot, guys. Oh my God, I'm a fucking idiot. Yes, I forgot about you, Habib. This is the admin. I just sent him the link. Here's the admin I talked to in the morning. You know Habib, right, Jeff?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Cool. And he's lying. How? Like about what? Okay, so Layman should be in here soon, and Habib. Habib, if you're watching, which you probably are, come on, swing on by. Jesus, what a fucking stream so far. My God.
What a fucking week, dude.
I know. Habib.
Hello. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, let me just lower your audio just a smidgen, it's a bit loud. Okay, Habib, you were the admin of that server.
I was an admin since day one, yes.
Since day one.
And by the way, just to confirm what you just said before you invite me, yes, you are an idiot because you kept me waiting for 2 hours, and I could have spent those 2 hours playing video games.
Everyone will agree with me. Jim was on, right?
No, you're still an idiot. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you know. At least I wasn't a fucking admin of a doxing server. I'm just joking. Okay.
It was not a doxing server.
Yeah, okay, let's talk about that. Okay, the one thing I have to call you out on, in the fucking morning when we talked in the afternoon, you told me that Zeph was invited in particular to confirm that Kraut thought he knew Coach Red Pill's name, right? Let me restart this, right?
All right.
So Kraut,
give me a version of the story and let me correct it, okay?
Okay, no, this is what you told me on Skype. Right?
I might have misworded it. I'm sorry.
Kraut knew about Coach Red Pill's name, and then Zeph was invited into the server to confirm if that was his name.
I did not say that.
Are you sure?
I said to you on Skype, yes, what I said to you on Skype is that while Kraut was researching who Coach Red Pill was, and he fell on his information on that forum. And because it was so incriminating, he was like, what should I do with this? Should I go to the police? And I was like, I don't know. So he invited Zeph to confirm if that was really him. And then I don't know if Jeff remembers that or not. I don't know if Jeff remembers or if he even was involved in it. But I think Kraut talked to me and a few other people that he trusted, and they were like, and he was always like, what should I do with this? Should I go to the police? Should I go public with it? Should I do something about this? Because it's very incriminating information. And we all agreed in the servers, like, it wasn't even in the server, it was us on the server. Everyone he talked to was like, just let it go. You either go to the police with it or you let it go. As if you've never seen it. And that's what it is.
That happened?
Yes, that happened.
And that was on what? Like on a DM, or was it public, or what?
It was DMs. It was mostly DMs, yes.
Okay. But why was Zeph there to prove that it was him?
Zeph got involved because Liz was our friend and she invited him in.
Oh.
And yeah, while we talked to him and stuff, and he's like, yeah, we kind of like, we didn't know his doxing history, but we trusted him enough to be like, hey, maybe he can verify this stuff.
Was he known as someone who can verify stuff? Is that?
He was invited by Liz or vouched for by Liz.
Oh, vouched. Oh, don't think of vouched by Liz. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. And I'm sorry if I'm going to throw some people under the bus here. I've known Liz for more than 2 years. And goddamn, girl. God fucking damn it.
You don't like her?
I mean, you know someone just online for 2 years. You've been friendly with... Here's the thing. When I get drunk with someone, that's for me like, yeah, you're buddies with that guy or that girl. And now I feel betrayed. I feel backstabbed. So you see where I'm coming from with this.
Yeah. So what do you think going forward? Like, what's the solution for all this bullshit?
What's the solution? Here's the thing. Like we've been talking about how we can go forward with this, and I think more transparency into operations should be done. Now, I want to open the threads, like all the people of interest threads, and have people just look on the kind of data that we gather. We gather tweets, blog posts, videos, that kind of stuff. All public announcements, all arguments that people put forward, and sometimes even like something stupid that you said. Because when you make a video, you want to have some humor in it too. Someone says something dumb, might be useful. You put it in there. But we never dig any personal information. I don't know if you know the Sandra guy. The Sandra guy was having a nervous breakdown.
Information.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
Except for Coach Red Pill's information and Aiden Paladin's picture, right?
Aiden Paladin was not posted in there. I checked so many times, it was not there.
Okay, fair enough.
Her thread had 2 videos. One was a stream that she appeared in with a timestamp, and one of her videos. That's it. That's the entire thing that was in a thread.
If I'm not mistaken, Aiden herself, when talking with Devil's Advocate, was even saying that she found out that her picture was not posted in that server; it was posted in a different server. Yeah. One that I don't think we are on.
Now, Coach Red Pill, to be honest, his information was not discussed in the server. His information was not posted in the server. His information was just buried somewhere, and we're never going to look at it again, ever. We uncovered it. Yes, I was aware of it. That it was uncovered at some point. And Kraut approached me with the question like, what should I do with this? This is very incriminating. I don't want to dox the guy. But this is very, very incriminating. This guy could face criminal charges. What is the right thing to do? And he came to me because he trusts me with that. And my advice to him was like, you either go to the police if you think this is incriminating evidence, or you just leave it on that dark corner of the internet where you found it.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, I see.
Yeah, something that you called me out on as well.
Yeah.
And I think since JF in here, I think I better explain myself. And yes, I still stand by flagging your video, JF.
Yeah, I called you out on on Skype.
Yeah.
That was
I get called out on it a lot. And yeah, I understand. I understand people that are against false flagging, but I wouldn't call it false flagging because false flagging means that I flagged it for the wrong reason.
No,
I flagged it for a breach of privacy.
The thing is, breach of privacy for an investigative journalist's work is not a good justification. There is public interest in what you guys were doing there. Let me just explain, and then you can talk. I'll let you tell your bullshit for the last 5 minutes. So I'll take a minute if you don't mind. So what we've heard here is basically a rephrasing of everything that we've seen for the last 3 hours, which is, okay, the information on CRP was not on the server. Oh no, but it was exchanged in private messages between the people on that server. So what does it change, whether it was direct messages or the Discord server itself? Who cares? I mean, we don't even care what this guy has to say today because we have all the evidence. We have the pictures, we have the documents. So what he's saying here is just a reframing of what we already established. And in fact, even the Aiden Paladin case in which he says, oh, Aiden Paladin's information was not on the server.
Hey, by the way, JF, I was just DM'd. Sorry, I forgot. It was actually on Zeph's server.
Yeah, I mean, who cares about these details? We have enough evidence, and even Aiden Paladin's case, which he denies here, has already been acknowledged to some extent by Kraut in his video apology, where he says, right now, Aiden Paladin, we're not sure, but she may have been doxxed by Zeph. I mean, who cares if it was on that server or in private messages between the people on that server? Now, the other case, which is what he's talking about, which is the false flagging of my video, which was false flag for hate speech, when in fact I'm doing an investigative journalist report on hate speech that was committed by Kraut, because Kraut called the French people frogs. He said he wanted to gas them. He said he was for the genocide of the French people, and merely making a video about these statements, which were recorded legally under Canadian law and under all the laws that are applicable to this. This guy, Focus Break, is against free speech, is against free journalistic work of that kind which reveals that his friend Kraut, in private, talks about the genocide of the French guys.
I love how he carefully select your words and throw accusations that
No, hang on.
speech.
I just want to say,
love it.
I just want to say, dude, JF is completely right about this. Those were the like in the on the Canadian.
No. Okay, let me correct you about the Canadian laws. Check the Privacy Act, Article 91. It's not about the recording. I love how he carefully said the recording was legal. It is. Publication of the recording is not.
Is that true?
Check
JF?
out the law. Check
No,
out
it
the
is
law.
not true.
And
Investigative journalism is allowed in Quebec.
yes, check the privacy laws,
information
please,
on
and
a
it applies to
private person,
journalism. Check
this
it.
would only apply to a non-public person. If a public person is catched in the back doing statements that are contrary to that the public could be interested in for any
Well,
reason.
here's the thing. Okay, here's the thing. Okay, here's the thing, JF. JF, shush, for a second. I didn't flag you for the sake of Kraut. That statement that he said, he still stands by them either by shitposting on the server verbally or whatever.
So he
I
stands.
flagged you because
I flagged
no. Yes, hold on. Yes, we joke about gassing the Frenchman, so who cares?
Yeah, fuck the
Big
French.
fucking deal. But
I mean, this is what I'm
I flagged you because
I mean, this is great. What we are facing here is a bunch of genocidal.
Well, everyone, one at a time. Because it's all
I'm not done yet, though. I flagged you because in the recordings that you had people that were not public. They joined the server on the pretense that it's a private server and nothing is going to be leaked or recorded or published online.
Doesn't matter. If you're in the proper area that has the law that allows you to have one person knowing that it's being recorded and you're a journalist, then you can release it. So it doesn't matter.
No, you can't.
People,
according to
please send me this thing.
I gotta point something out here.
Privacy Act. Just Google Privacy Act Article 91. It's there. I pointed exactly the article.
I have to at this point, I have to urge caution for all of us involved here in the stream. Otherwise, Jim is going to start calling us YouTube lawyers. Just saying. Should,
well, here's the thing. Okay, I mean, here's the thing. I flagged the video specifically for breach of privacy. It was taken down by your admission, JF, for hate speech, which means your video was not taken down based on my flag. And by the way, I flagged the stream, not the video.
May you send me what you're talking about? I found the section 91. I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, I'll send it to you in a bit. I flagged your stream, JF, right? And then you took the stream down. You edited it down to like 40-something minutes. And that was the thing that was taken down for hate speech. So basically, even though I came forward with the flagging, it wasn't me who took down your video.
Well, that we'll never know what contributed to the final decision of YouTube to put down the video. So, what we do know is that there was coordination on the Discord server, and Kraut was involved in that coordination, thinking about whether they should flag the video or not. That's enough for me.
The decision, if you get your sources, as you call them, or your investigators or your moles, to release the entire recording, you'll notice that in the voice call that we're having at the time, everybody was disagreeing with my decision to report your stream. Nobody agreed with me.
That is true.
I do not have that information.
There.
So I don't know what you're talking about. I don't care really. The fact is that you're standing today here and you're standing behind your report. And your report has resulted in the public not having much access to free information that they should have. Do you agree that what was revealed in that stream was important to the extent that it shows that Kraut is a racist against the French people?
The French people are not a race. Shut up.
Okay.
That you can't be. You should watch Anita Sarkeesian's video about this. It's not because it's not a race that it's not racism.
Okay.
For example.
Oh yeah. So every time I say every single person that you hang out with that at some point said gas the Jews, you should disavow all of them. Are you going to do that?
Jews. He said we should have gassed the.
Hold on. The people that you hang out with.
Let me talk.
People that you hang out with.
Let me fucking
fine.
About you talking enough. It doesn't matter how JF reacts to that joke you said. If he thinks that's a racist thing, I'm going to post this as a video, and that's how he takes it, he has that right to take it that way.
Yeah.
But
Fine.
you fucking false flagging it, which it is a fucking false flag, is disgusting.
Not.
Oh, so would you be fine? Would you be fine if an SJW or whatever fucking false flag Kraut's video because he had a print screen of one of their DMs that was supposed to be private?
Yeah, releasing DMs for me is a breach of privacy.
Isn't
Yes, I stand by my principles.
so when it's a DM, when it's on text, it's not private. But God forbid
No, did I say that? I said I stand by my principles, and if someone sees it as a breach of privacy and flags it, I'm sorry, but yeah, you deserve a flag.
you know
Breach
how
of
many
privacy
DMs
is a flaggable offense on
how many
YouTube.
DMs are fucking leaked? If we had people like you flagging every video that had a DM in it, I don't want someone on YouTube who's flagging someone for print screening a fucking DM. That's a
Here's
pussy
the thing.
move, man. That's a pussy ass.
Here's the thing, though. When you are leaking private conversations, that is against the law.
No, it's
Is it
not.
It
That
is not.
against the law.
You don't
It is.
understand the law. I'm sorry. So was
well-
Project Veritas against the law? Was WikiLeaks against the law when they released Hillary Clinton's information or speech? No, they were not.
I mean, you see how many whistleblowers get prosecuted as well. I mean, what's
Well,
against
they
the law is
get-
against the law, whether you like it or not.
Military secrets. That has nothing to do with political personalities and the things they do
However, like I
in
said,
settings.
if you were just attacking Kraut or incriminating Kraut, he's a public figure at this point in this circle. I wouldn't have done anything.
Put your shoulders up and be a fucking man. Oh, someone insulted me. Go fucking. It's not like JF released his fucking docs or anything. Like, you fucking. Are you kidding me? Oh, he released that we made a joke about French people. God forbid.
Hold on. What I'm saying quite clearly here. I didn't flag it because of Kraut. I don't really care if Kraut's silly stuff gets released because he says it publicly all the time. I flagged it because there were people there in private that didn't want their voices or anything from their identity be leaked on the internet, hear their voices on YouTube because someone secretly recorded them and decided to publish it.
And put
That
your
is why.
shoulders up and be a fucking man. Be
That's
a
what I'm
big.
doing here. I am standing
These
by my
scientists-
own decision to
When-
flag it.
No,
When
I'm
these scientists accept to join a project that's aimed at producing a public video about science, they become public personalities. It doesn't matter if they have not consented. They are participating to a project that's aimed at convincing people of something. And to that extent, they are as much public personalities as Kraut, at least for the purpose of the recording laws. There's no problem there.
Would you say the same thing, JF, about if somebody were to become a TV personality?
I mean, I'm not even that annoyed by the question of the public personality. That's just to address Abib's point that they were not fair targets. But yeah, personally, if someone was to become a TV personality and you were to find secret recordings that this person has said X, Y, Z in the private space, you would totally have the right to release these recordings.
yes.
So what I'm asking though is your right to privacy. You don't believe the right to privacy exists. I mean, like I'm not even expressing my opinion on the flagging and whatnot. Expressing my opinion on your position on right to privacy. People don't have a right to privacy for their private conversations in a private Discord server because they're academics signing up to do a scientific work. But somebody who was a TV personality and they still have more of a right to privacy than people in
No,
a Discord.
let me clarify the laws of privacy here. You could have a right of privacy in the Discord server in principle, but they gave up their right to privacy because in the very recording, they say, hey, by the way, the discussion is going to be recorded and no one objects. So they have waived their right to privacy. You could have, in principle, a meeting room that is private on the internet.
They consented to being recorded. They did not consent to their recording being published. Like whether the flagging is correct or not,
Once you consent to the recording is available for other people to do other things. They don't own the copyrights to the recording. I am using it under fair use. I'm pretty covered. My legal bases are pretty covered, so I'm not afraid at all. If you think that your theory of law applies, go ahead, sue me. I'll defend myself pro se, and I'll have fun doing it.
And also, Jeff, here's the thing is, when you are on a Discord server with a lot of people and you have someone who's print screening or recording things and they leak it, that's not on the person who watches the video or posts it as a journalistic video later. It's, of course, everyone has the right to privacy. And this is why you need to have a Discord where you're careful with who's listening. When I say like dumb shit on Discord, I make sure it's my buddies who are close to me and I know we're just fucking around and no one's going to release this really offensive joke I just said. However, if they had recorded me and posted it online, that's my fault for trusting that person. Everyone has the right to privacy, but unfortunately, you have fucking Zeph, you have this person, you have that person who recorded it and released it, and unfortunately, it was leaked. You can't flag it though. You can't flag it.
Well, yeah, I'm not expressing an opinion on the flagging.
Yeah, of course. Cool.
I'm dazzled by this interesting contradiction in JF's values, but that's fine. By all means, guys.
What's the contradiction?
No contradiction. You've not identified any, and you're just bullshitting.
Pretty sure. You can do mental gymnastics to try and target me as like some evil doxer, evil doxer, but somebody recording people in secret and then leaking it to you, and you playing it like they gave up their privacy. Like fuck those people, fuck them. This is important because they want to genocide the French people. Like, all right, dude. I mean, maybe you don't see a conflict there. Maybe you don't.
I'm very happy to let the internet decide what they think of it. I'm pretty satisfied with the chat.
But hang on, there's a huge difference between a conversation and names and phone numbers.
Well, I don't think, to be honest, I don't think any of it should have been like fucking recorded and leaked, and I think a lot of stuff should happen to begin with. Yeah. I don't know, man. It feels very disingenuous to me. But by all means, go ahead, keep screaming at each other.
Fortunately,
I think
the internet doesn't care about your feelings, Jeff.
Oh.
Isn't a dox way more serious than someone saying a French joke?
Well, here's the thing. Like, I still believe that a dox is more serious. But
why would you flag it? Like even if you thought it was a breach of privacy, like that's just like really slimy, man.
I did flag it, yes.
But
it might have been
why?
Okay.
What's
You
the
asked me
reason?
why, let me answer. You asked me why.
Sure.
Let me answer.
I'd go.
I mean, when you're in charge of a server and you have academics yelling at you like, I thought this was private, I thought this shouldn't be leaked. It could have been an emotional moment. It could be an irrational moment. But here's the thing. I know that I did it, and I stand by it. And the reason why I came forward with it is because I saw other people getting blamed, like that girl and Kraut and Liz. They were getting blamed for something that I did, even though in the voice call, they were all saying, don't flag it. And I was like, no, it was me who did it. So I came forward and took the bullet.
You're really untrustworthy, man.
Why?
Because honestly, like, I'm sorry, like there's a lot of things I can tolerate. Flagging and doxing are two things, like especially a false flag on someone.
Fine. I don't see it as a false flag.
You saying a joke. Oh my god!
I don't see it as a false flag. I don't see it as a false flag, sir. And here's the thing: the reason why I'm standing by it is because I don't want other people that don't have anything to do with it being blamed for it. That is why. And if you see it as a reason to completely mistrust me, I'm okay with it, to be honest.
No, but okay, yeah, you could be okay with it, but that's really just like, I don't know, man. That's really pussyfooting. It's like if the recording had people's phone numbers and names and fucking addresses, and also, by the way, the academic people who are angry at you that it was leaked, I thought it was a private server. What? Are you at everyone's computer watching who has OBS open? No. You should be like, well, you're an academic, so you should be smart enough that anything you say online might be recorded, and you better not say anything that's too ridiculous, especially on a server with a lot of fucking people listening in. You know, I have like 3 Discord servers, one with a lot of people, one with like medium-sized people, and then one with like 4 friends. And the one with 4 friends, I trust to be around there and say shit. And also, a joke, look, JF took the joke hard and posted it. In my opinion, I think you could joke about anything. And I think a joke about like gassing French people in private, it's racist, but whatever. It's a joke. I don't give a fuck.
You're racist against the French now.
Yeah, see, I don't care though. But JF, it's JF's right to post the fucking video, and you don't think it is. And I think that's pretty cowardice. And it's just like, why would anyone want to be around you when they know, like if I post something that has a DM in it, it might get like flagged now because Habib.
Yeah, well, to be fair, like that was the first video that I ever flagged. I know it doesn't make it better. I know it doesn't make it worse. It just is. And like I said, it might have been an emotional moment, might be an irrational moment, but I still stand by what I did because I don't want other people to be blamed for what I did, which is what's happening online all the time, and which is why I insisted on coming here to clear it up. I don't want that girl to get any hate because they think that she was the one who did it. I don't want Kraut to get any hate because they think that he was the one who orchestrated it. No, it was me. Let me take the bullet.
Okay, yeah, you took the bullet, and my opinion is like I'm so against, like meaningless flagging. If it was like a statement where you're threatening someone or blah blah blah, like that's different. Again, but he just posted you saying a joke, and if he had posted you guys talking about you're robbing someone, killing, addresses, numbers, I would be like, I'm on your side. I'll flag the fucking video myself. But it's like, oh god, oh no, people are gonna know we just have a French joke. Come on, man. I don't know. I just think it's weird. It's cringy.
Okay. I mean, what would you like me to do now? I mean,
not flag anyone.
I trust you, Andy. I trust Jeff in here. Tell me, what would you like me to do? What's done is done. I mean,
not do that.
I mean, here's the thing. Here's the funny thing, though. The most funny thing is the video was not taken down by my flag. I flagged the stream. The stream kept going. The video was taken later on the basis of hate speech, which was not something that I flagged anything of. I didn't even watch the video. I watched the stream.
But the thing is, you stood by the result. So to the point that you are here saying, I stand by the result, and you tweeted, like, I'm the one who flagged the video for privacy reasons. What you could be doing, simply, my answer to you would be, why don't you say, I object to that kind of false flagging, and I somewhat regret what I did. If you do regret, I mean.
No, here's the thing. I still think a breach of privacy does warrant a flag.
It's not even about the flag right now. I just got a fucking, and I'm gonna wrap up the show right after this, by the way, because like I have to go. Yeah, someone just sent me a text message from their phone. It was screenshotted, saying, "Dude, Zeph is really pissed, and he said he won't stop at Kraut. Please be careful with what you say about and to him because he's being really aggressive." And that person said, "What did he say? Do you have a screenshot?" He goes, "He said I should advise you and blank to distance yourself from Kraut, and that despite that he likes you, he will go after you if forced to." And then the person says, "Tell him to do it. Show me that screenshot." And then he goes, "Call. I'm on a stream later." And then there's a tweet where someone's like, The court of public opinion disagrees. You have been found guilty by refusing to disassociate with the perpetrator and are sentenced to public execution. Any final words, or will you pray in hopes of your salvation? And then there's a picture of a person with her head on fire. Is that fucking threatening people right now?
Zeph is on the warpath. JF, I'm gonna say this one thing about the flag, and let's put this all to end. Give me a couple of days to just think about it deeply, and if I think what I did was wrong, I'll apologize.
That's
Will that
very
satisfy
welcome,
you?
and I appreciate it.
Yeah, let me just think about it, because like I said, I felt like I failed a bunch of people on the server that I was running.
And
And
by
it
the
was a
way,
very
just to be
rational
clear, it's not about me and it's not about my emotions. It's about what do you want to project to the YouTube community in terms of the future behavior of people.
Yeah,
Do we
I
really
know.
want to knock down videos like this? I
Here's the
want
thing,
I want
I
private
had
investigations.
I had a few days where it was just one instant of drama after another,
Yeah.
and I haven't had the time to think it through. And ask Jeff and ask anyone else who interacts with me. Every single person that I interacted with for the past few days, I asked them if what I did was right. No one agreed with me. And yeah, I just need a couple of days to kind of think it over.
Look,
Maybe what I did was wrong, and I'm open for that kind of
if
possibility.
your buddies are saying it on your own server, like
I know. It could have been an emotional moment, and yeah, if that was so, I'll publicly apologize.
cool.
But give me a couple of days to think it over, because
Okay.
I'm just under a lot of.
I love you. I love you.
Well, guys, we had some laughs, we had some yellings, we had some.
Do you have any other questions about the server?
No, I actually have to run now. I've been on for over 3 hours. My girlfriend's
Okay.
last night here before she heads to Ireland tomorrow, so I want to hang out with her tonight. But my final conclusion to this is Kraut needs to answer to what basically has been shown, and I think he would just look a lot better if he just speaks his mind and explains everything truthfully. It sucks that Jeff and Bunty and all the people who are on that Discord were associated to something along the lines of doxing. Obviously, JF, you have other thoughts about Jeff's, like doxing Coach Red Pill and stuff. I don't know. This is a huge mess, and I definitely think Kraut is in the wrong for even just looking for people's names or any of that. I'm sure. And then Zeph apparently has a lot more information that he's revealing tonight. So I guess we'll see what happens and what comes out. And we'll see what happens with fucking, what do you call it? A Mr. Medicare's video, which is probably going to be a lol cow of a video. Yeah, so I had fun. I also was nervous at one point when I was being questioned by Jim, but it was still fun.
Yeah, we all noticed.
I was deeply intimidated at one point. Deeply.
So Andy, so you think it's bad to record in a hotel, right? Yeah, where is this fucking going? Like, how do you? Anyway, by the way, everyone who donated: Jesse James, Hitch Watson, Emma Lucas, I'm sorry, it was so hard to keep up with the fucking super chat. Samantha Hyde, Todd McKinley, Matthew, and it's mainly all just insults. Like pretty much all of these are just insults to someone. Aiden threw in $2. DD's 211. Thank you, Richard Murphy, Eska Jamar McNugget, DD 211. I've never had to deal with a stream with that many people. Holy shit. Thank you all so much. You're all fucking amazing. And everyone, I'm going to throw JF's link, Jeff's link, and Mr. Medicare's link down there. So go check them out and subscribe. Any last words, anyone?
I'll say love to everyone, and don't forget that it's Christmas soon. It's a good time to show love to everyone and to not forget that we're just having fun here, and most of us like each other, and we should respect each other on the public space and respect that we are human beings. Let's stop dragging that bullshit. It was fun talking to you, Jeff and Habib and Andy.
Cheers, man. Yeah. Merry Christmas to everybody.
It was fan-fucking-tastic. And yeah, and what was I gonna say? Wednesday, JF, you're gonna come on for a science talk. It's gonna be different discussion.
Oh yeah.
About this science. So that's gonna be fun. I think someone was really mad that I didn't read the super chats. So if you all want to jump out, I could read the actual super chats and sort of
Do I get a final word?
Hmm?
Do I get a final word?
Yeah, of course. Just second, dude. Just reset your roboting hard.
All right, let me just refresh.
Yeah. Fucking final word. Get out of here. Just kidding. Everyone should have a final word.
All right.
It's
Sorry about that.
It's just like fuck this guy. You're a fag. A gym up and starts Normandy. You guys had like a bunch of children. I love Jeff and Andy. Yeah. Go ahead, Habib.
Okay. Am I starting better now?
No, you're
perfect.
All right. So here's the thing. Here's where we're going forward now. I'm going to think of a way to make the entire operation that we have on the Task Force 2.0 completely transparent, open to the public in one way, shape, or form. I haven't decided yet because, inviting a flood of people into a server like that is going to be disruptive. But again, it being secret might have been counterproductive too. So I don't know. I'm going to have to brainstorm with other people to decide. Maybe we'll have neutral moderators in there to just keep check with full access, and they can full check whatever's going on. And that's it. I mean, I'm gonna keep going. I just came back into YouTube, so I'll keep doing videos about the topic. I mean, I used to be, but I took a break since March, and I made my first stream since March until now, like 2 days ago.
At reply me your thing, and I'll throw it into the description bar too. Okay. Sure.
Will do.
All right, guys.
So, yeah.
Thank you very much. Like all the it's all just insults. So we just see if there's anything actually question based. Cult of Lich 250 PHP. Does Jeff realize with Kilroy doxing his tweets and deviating the alt-right or de-inviting the alt-right, him, Base Mama, and Kraut could be arrested for racketeering? What? Get out of here, bro. What are you talking about? Get out of here. Oh my God, Jesus Christ. Oh, and by the way, Elizabeth Lurker, thank you for the $30. She just wanted to say that she loves me and your channel's touching thousands. Thank you so much, Elizabeth. And Samantha, hi at $5 in honor of Jim. And I'm pretty sure I read everything besides DDS, who says, can I say that this chat is giving me seizures? Everyone, thank you so fucking much. Guys, thank you. And we'll see you all in the next video. Peace.